Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Who teaches birds how to fly?
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce. This is your host, Goose Thomas. I got my man to my left, man, Sherm the Worm in the building, man. What's good with you, bro?
What up, man? It's another great Saturday, ready to bless y'all a little bit with this sports knowledge and
Sir.
heat that we gonna bring to y'all today.
Yes, indeed, man. And across from me, man, I got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Block'em.
Yeah.
Mr. William Logan, man. What's good, bros?
Man, great week.
Yeah.
Great week.
Yes,
yeah.
sir,
Great
man.
week. 3 days off.
Ugh.
I love it.
Right,
I'm back in the building tomorrow, man. I had 11 days. Oh, boy, I was
Oh, yeah. Rest.
out of there.
Oh boy.
Rest.
Come on, man. They say the
Rest.
youth grow tired and weary. The Bible says the youth grow tired and weary. We need some rest sometime.
Yeah.
It's
Ain't
good,
nothing like some good rest.
good recharge right there, man. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to the homie Dre Bailey, man, out there in Long Beach. He should be calling in here a little bit later, man. He out there to see the real Cookie, man.
Real
He out there being a father, man.
Real
Oh yeah.
You understand me?
Oh boy.
Come on, dog. Like we supposed to do.
Ain't nothing better than it, man.
Sheesh.
Ain't nothing
Why
better.
is it such a task for some, though?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
Last
really?
night, you know,
Selfishness.
I had daddy-daughter day last night.
Man.
Me and my little princess
Man.
coordinated,
Yeah.
you know, cut a rug there
That's
and
right.
everything
That's
for
right.
a few hours. Just had a great time. I don't understand how people cannot not be in they kids'
Man,
lives,
I don't
man.
get it, man.
Just
Man.
the look on their faces when they just see you come home.
Come on, man.
We talked about that last week. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, my kids are grown.
Mm.
So it's like, we was at my granddaughter's birthday party.
Mm.
And dude, I was just sitting there looking at my kids in amazement. I couldn't take my eyes off.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
was like, man, they grown.
They
They
grown.
doing good.
They doing their
I
thing.
did that.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah,
that.
I did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, me and her mom.
That's it.
We did.
That's it.
We did that.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm looking at my oldest daughter, looking at my second daughter, looking at my sons. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
then look at my granddaughter. I couldn't take my eyes off.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Crazy. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable
Yeah.
stuff, man. Well, I look at being a father as a privilege.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to be able to guide young people. I look at it as a privilege, man,
That's what it
and
is.
an honor
Yeah.
to do such a thing, man. So all the dads out there, man, be privileged, man. Be honored that you were chosen. I mean, because anybody can make a baby. Like that's
Raise up
we
a
don't-
child
you
in
know
the
what I'm
way it
saying?
should go.
come on,
Exactly.
man.
And it
Anybody,
will never depart.
never.
Yeah, think
Ever.
about it, man. We are superheroes
Yeah.
Yeah.
to our children.
Yeah.
Like I can't sing, but my kids beg for me to sing them to bed every
That's crazy.
single night.
That's crazy.
They don't think daddy is a bad singer. You know what I mean? We superheroes to our kids,
Yeah.
man. So you
Yeah.
know,
Shit, man.
take
It-
advantage of it, enjoy it, because when they come teenagers, a lot of times they don't even want to be around
Yeah.
you at that
Man.
point.
When I heard when my daughter said this one thing on my birthday one time, she said, my oldest daughter, she said, to the first man that I ever loved.
Come on now.
Dude, I lost it.
Don't get no better than that.
Tears is coming down, bro.
It don't get no better than that, bro.
Cause that's true. That's
That's
true.
It should be. It should be.
Lil Eva be the first.
Bruh.
Donnell will be the first man that she
Yeah.
ever loved.
Absolutely. And it shouldn't be no difference.
Shouldn't
If
be
it
no
ain't
Right.
God, if
Right.
you ain't saying God,
Right.
you shouldn't be saying nobody else but
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
End of that.
Yeah.
True story.
I lost it, bro.
I bet, man.
Man.
I bet.
Unbelievable.
Eyes got a little
stuff.
misty.
Yeah, a little misty.
Yeah.
A little misty eyed. You know, that's just them onions y'all chopping up back there. Y'all quit chopping them onions. Quit chopping them onions. They coming in here.
Did the little shake like,
Yeah, quit
Whew,
chopping up
okay.
them onions.
My
Y'all
eyes sweating.
yeah. yeah.
Oh man, definitely, man. You can reach us on all our social medias, man. Let the ball bounce at gmail.com, man. If you want to send us a quick shout, man, quick email, man. If you want to be a sponsor of this great show, this great station, man. Shout out to Gorilla Cross Radio, Marquand 59 in the building, man. We appreciate you, brother, for giving us this platform.
Yes, sir.
If you want to be a sponsor of this great show, of this great station, man, give us a shout at lettheballbounce@gmail.com, man. Or you can get in contact with Marquand himself.
Yeah.
Here at Gorilla Cross Radio, man. Give us a call here in studio, man. 702-608-3259. Again, that number, 702-608-3259, man. You can get us always on Facebook. Facebook page is crazy.
Man,
The Facebook page is insane,
cracking.
man. It's
All
ridiculous.
hours of the
It's
night.
ridiculous.
Since Dre's not here, can we talk about his his Monday posts
We
that he
can.
usually,
We can.
his weeklies?
We
Yeah.
can.
I know he's gonna call in, but
Sure.
yeah.
Sure, we can.
Okay.
No problem.
Y'all remember what it was, right?
I don't remember it exactly.
Which one was it this week?
What it was?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
should never
Oh,
be mentioned
as
as a
one
goat.
of the as a goat.
As one of the goats.
Mm,
Yo, we should have put the Kobe bobblehead in his seat today.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like right there.
Right
Just-
there.
And just plucked it like every 5 minutes.
I put him up there. I had him looking right at Dre on Tuesday. Dre didn't say a word about that.
Look, the crazy thing about
Oh man, that's funny.
about Kobe, he's so polarizing,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Because you had Laker fans in the early 2000s who liked his potential,
Mhm.
but Shaq was the diesel. Shaq was dominating the league, MVPs, Finals MVPs,
Mhm.
right? And it was always that tag, pass the ball, Kobe, pass the ball, Kobe.
yeah.
But as time has grown on, people have begun to respect him. But just like anything, there's people who, once they get an idea of who they feel you are, they stay in that. And they
Mm.
never get off of it.
Mm,
And
interesting.
people don't realize how I'm a huge Kobe fan. I know on the page sometimes it seems like I'm not as much of a fan or even a hater for some who feel that way. Kobe's one of my favorite all-time players. I read stuff that Kobe writes. I talk about it in my book. Kobe's somebody who I mention repeatedly in my book from leadership standpoint, mentality standpoint.
Yep.
Watching him with Rachel Nichols and T-Mac this week.
Yeah, that was a dope interview.
You just see, like, to me, like I'm in awe of who he is as a person. And if people don't respect Kobe's game,
Yeah.
y'all are missing out, man. Y'all are missing out.
Well, they missed out
Yeah,
because it's over with
Yeah,
now.
it's a wrap.
Well,
yeah, it's a
I
wrap.
mean, but, there's always
Yeah, you're
YouTube
done.
and such.
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And people know that they can. Look,
Can
I-
they separate the Kobe thing?
Sure. I don't you know what, man? I just think people have their reservations. It's the same of any great. I don't think everybody likes Michael Jordan. It may be a consensus more leaning toward the majority saying yes, but there are a lot of people that don't really care for Michael Jordan, not because of his on the court, but because of his off the court. People will say the same thing about a Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, one of my favorite players of all time, but they'll mention something like, "Oh, he had a gambling problem." 50% of the NBA players that have came through probably had gambling problems.
Yeah.
Who cares? For Charles Barkley, Vegas
Antoine
casinos.
Walker.
Antoine Walker. Look,
Charles
Charles Barkley
Barkley was
probably
getting
in debt
kicked out.
with Vegas casinos,
Yeah.
probably $1 million right now.
He's
Yeah.
86 out of some
He's not
properties.
batting an eye on TNT.
Yeah.
Do you think he's worried about that when he's commentating on TNT? Absolutely not. He's not caring. Because when he comes back, guess what? He's going to sit back down at the blackjack table. So it really doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Doesn't matter. So,
And they'll take your money.
all day.
Yeah.
They going to take it. These casinos
How
ain't
much?
going nowhere.
Yeah. How much? Oh, yeah. Give Mr. Barkley.
Yes.
Go and give him another marker.
Yes. These casinos ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, they keep building them.
Yeah.
So that tells me somebody's losing.
Yeah.
So
And it's us.
So why do y'all feel then with the Kobe situation, then why is he so polarizing? Why do people have a love-hate relationship with Kobe?
I think it's more so dealing with the Michael Jordan aspect of things. I think people, and this is people that have failed to do research. I'm extremely puzzled as to why people haven't done their research on this. They think that Kobe Bryant has stolen all of Michael Jordan's moves. This is the This is
And
the going, but this is the going theme here, right? But what they fail to do is research. But prior to that, you think Michael Jordan just came up with all of that?
he talks
Think Michael
about
Jordan?
himself.
Think
Right.
Michael Jordan came up with every single move that you see him doing, that you saw him doing.
Independent of never seeing nobody else.
He never saw anybody else make a move,
No.
and he just came up with everything on his own.
No.
Man, y'all have got to be kidding me.
And how many other people have tried to emulate Michael Jordan's moves and couldn't even come
They
close to
couldn't
doing
even come close.
I mean, we
it?
can
And Kobe's foot, Mike Jordan had dope footwork.
Yeah.
I think Kobe's was better.
Boy, look, man. When it comes to footwork,
Because he
and-
played
and-
soccer too,
Yes,
and that
yes.
helped a lot.
right.
when it comes to footwork in the National Basketball Association, there are two people that I revere outside of Michael Jordan. One name is Tim Duncan, phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal under the bucket, and Kobe Bean Bryant. The footwork, you can tell attention was paid.
You better
to
throw
detail.
Akeem in there real quick.
Oh, we gotta throw
Gotta
Akeem
throw
in
Akeem.
there.
who
Absolutely.
was an
But-
extremely
extreme-
good soccer player.
great soccer player. But the two that I personally look at, like Akeem can go without say, kind of like you, like that. It's almost unfair to even mention him against dudes like that. It's really unfair. But the two that I look at when it, and especially as a big, when you're talking about Tim Duncan, he wasn't as fleet of foot as Akeem Olajuwon was. He was actually, in comparison, slow.
Yeah.
But when you look at the footwork and his lack of athletic ability, see, Akeem had a tremendous athletic ability too, far more than Tim Duncan would ever dream of. So when you look at Tim Duncan's footwork in comparison to Akeem with their athletic ability being stretched so far out, you look at Tim Duncan like, yo, he did his thing with the little to no athletic ability that he had.
Yeah.
So I just look at those two personally myself, man.
Yeah, I think with Kobe, it's like Quan said, the comparison to Michael Jordan, they think he stole everything that Michael Jordan ever did. So the Jordan fans. So it was like, but like you said, Sherm, and I mean he did them so fluently. You didn't see nothing fake in his game.
No.
Or tried as a no. Everything, his whole game was fluent.
Sure.
Like Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
So no, he didn't steal.
Right.
He just added that stuff to his game.
Exactly.
Absolutely, man. Looks like we got a caller. Caller, you're live with Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk, man. State your name and where you're from, please.
This your guy, Young Dre, up in Long Beach.
Yeah, man. Dre Bailey's in the building, man.
Yeah.
What's good with you, broski?
Yeah.
You enjoying the beach, man?
I'm not actually enjoying the beach yet, and I'm not actually enjoying the show because Bill Logan and Homer Simpson over there is on Kobe Bryant's nutsack. Are you kidding me, man?
What?
Called you Homer
This man
Simpson.
grew up watching Michael Jordan, and you mean to tell me that he didn't steal none of his moves? Man, sit down somewhere.
Look,
No
Bill,
one's
go
saying
ahead
he
and
didn't take moves from him. We're saying Jordan took moves from other people too.
Yeah.
Everyone takes
Yeah, I
something from
mentioned that.
somebody.
I mentioned that.
Dre, you take my moves on the radio.
That's a good one, dog. That's
You
a
need to
good one.
take some-
Right
But
You need to take some. You need to take some of my moves in that bathroom and trim that young beard up, baby boy.
Hey,
hey, man, he's celebrating No Shave February, dog.
no shave 19.
No Shave 19, dog.
yeah.
No shave 19. I don't think you should do that because you'll be the creepy Uber driver. Then.
Want to ride?
Wanna ride?
Nope.
5 stars, please.
Are you sure that's your address?
Nope.
Bill,
Oh,
what you
man.
got to say about this Kobe thing? What Dre was just saying.
He grew up watching Jordan. So why is it so
Okay.
such a one of those things where he has to be, vilified for that? He grew up watching Jordan. So
Oh, he's
yeah,
not
he
vilified.
added it to his game.
Hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I get that. He took it from him. He took it from him, and I get it. And he added some of his own moves,
Yeah.
and I get it. But We all know what it is with MJ and Kobe. Like I said before, man, Kobe should never be mentioned ever in a conversation when it comes to GOAT. Period.
And why?
Mm.
Why? Yeah, why?
Because he's not even the greatest. He's not even the greatest in his organization. He's played with the Los Angeles Lakers his entire career, and he's not even the best Los Angeles Laker. Magic Johnson or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have that sold up. So don't get it twisted.
Well, I mean, we can't mention many great Bulls. So Jordan would definitely have that sold up. He didn't have any competition in that aspect, right?
Is he top 5 Lakers of all time?
Yes.
Has to.
Who, Kobe?
Yes.
Yeah, he has to be.
He would have to be.
He has to be.
I would say, you know, you could flip flop Magic and Kareem for number 1, flip flop him again for number 2, and then Kobe Bryant's right there.
He's one of the greats then.
I put him at number 2 behind Kareem. I can't put anybody in front of Kareem personally. When you're talking about Laker greats, I just personally can't. But I would definitely have Kobe Bryant at number 2. He's a better basketball player than Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
I agree with that as well
Ooh,
too.
Yes.
better than Magic Johnson?
Yeah, he's a better basketball
no.
player. Yes, he is. Yeah.
Nah.
He was a better
He
shooter.
was. He was a better shooter, better scorer, better defender.
Yeah, like all of that.
We talk about clutch. Magic Johnson, they called him Tragic Johnson for the first
Yeah.
half of his career.
Yeah.
Not to take away anything from Magic, but remember the turnovers, the traveling. He had a timeout that they didn't have, like Chris Webber. He had a couple air balls. He was Tragic Johnson
Yeah.
through the early part of the
but
80s.
I mean, but I'm pretty sure that if you sit and nitpick Magic Johnson's game, that you could actually sit and nitpick every great that's played, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no
So
question.
If you want, right? So you could do the same thing for Kobe Bryant coming into the league. He wasn't the Kobe Bryant that we know now.
Oh, no.
It took some time for him to get to be that person, right?
Sure.
So
did.
I mean, you know.
Sure
Well,
did.
even
Yeah.
Michael
So
Jordan,
I
the
think-
first half of his career was like he's not a winner. Will he ever win? He's a great player, but will he ever win?
Yeah.
And look what he ended
People
up doing.
said Jordan wasn't clutch. He
Yeah.
couldn't get out the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
They just said he wasn't a winner.
Yeah.
People, the problem with it because the problem with it is that we compare everybody to Michael Jordan, and LeBron probably had one of the best sports quotes ever that nobody really looks at. He says, "I'm chasing the ghost of Michael Jordan." He didn't say I'm chasing Michael Jordan, the ghost. The reason why is because people have already stamped their opinion about Michael Jordan, and when he retired, he was the greatest basketball player ever.
Yep.
And we forget about his flaws, and we only look at his positive highlights. So when you bring in a Kobe Bryant who emulates Michael Jordan, we got to see Kobe in real life. We got to see him not trying to score against Phoenix, all the missed shots, ball hogging, things like that, right? And we took those and we compared that to the highlights or the ghost of Jordan. And LeBron's dealing with the same thing as well, too. But when it comes to Kobe, that's why people get on him so much about that.
Sure.
You also have to look at the media coverage, how ESPN covered Kobe and the way
Sure.
they cover LeBron.
Sure, it was a
They
little
cover them way.
Yeah, it was way
different.
different.
Intensely.
Yeah, it was
Intensely. Michael Jordan, we'll pick up the newspaper, open it, and see a stat line. Michael Jordan had 42 points.
Yeah.
But he was 11 for 35 shooting.
Yeah.
From game to game.
Yeah, they won't-
and he
yeah,
had
they
some
won't-
great shooting games as
Yeah,
well,
they
too.
won't
I don't want to take that
necessarily
away.
bring that up.
But
Yeah.
you didn't see that. You just saw Jordan with this amount of points. Nowadays, we go into all the second level, third level stats.
Analytics is big
it's
now.
big.
Yes.
It's big.
So, that's going to, the usage rate now
Oh,
and all
yeah,
that stuff. It's
it's-
like, man,
boy.
what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm not opposed to those, but instead of just seeing Kobe with 60 points, you also saw that he shot 50 times.
Yeah.
We didn't used to see that before. We just dang, Kobe had 60.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, since it's a 24-hour sports cycle,
Yep.
you don't just see the highlights, you see each play,
Everything.
each dribble.
Yeah.
And so you take that and you nitpick it at real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the difference to
And
me.
I think
ahead, Dre.
I think that is one of the reasons that Allen Iverson won't be mentioned in that conversation either, because they nitpicked his entire
Oh, yeah.
career. And if you want to talk about a person who had a terrible field goal percentage worth of shots, it was Allen Iverson. I mean, he may have 60 and took 65 shots
Right.
to get those
Right.
60.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
And so
I
at
think
the end
his,
of the day, his
yeah.
But Kobe has to be mentioned as one of the greats because not only was he a great basketball player, but he reached the top 5 times.
Yeah.
You know,
it's-
whether he was the alpha on those teams or not,
Right.
he was the second, then he was the first.
Right.
So you have to mention.
And people talk about him giving up in that Phoenix game.
Right.
LeBron gave up a couple times
Yeah.
in the early years in Cleveland.
And I mean, listen,
that
we
definitely gets mentioned.
And,
See-
and let Sherm tell it, Magic had gave up a couple of games too. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
peanuts. to
he
me.
actually did. I mean, but even with that being said, I hear people talk about how difficult it is, the grind of an NBA season for 82 games
It's hard,
just for
man.
positioning, and then you got 3 to 4 rounds of playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan had to step away from the game just to kind of recharge. We started the show off with Goose talking about, look, I had 11 days off. I needed to recharge.
Yeah.
People forget how difficult these runs are being in championship competitive basketball every
Yeah.
single season.
Yeah.
Jordan kept stepping away. Jordan kept he would alienate teammates. He would fight teammates. We don't see that in the paper because a lot of times your beat writers were your boys. So
Well, if social media was around,
no, it was in the-
people would look at Jordan a
it
lot
was in-
a
different.
lot
It was in the
different.
paper.
Go ahead, Dre.
It was in the paper, though. It was in the paper.
Yeah.
Anything that Michael Jordan did that wasn't, per the league or just wasn't perfect, trust me, it got highlighted.
Oh, yeah.
The gambling problem,
Sure.
the fact that he was a bad teammate, all of these things were brought up about Michael Jordan. So, I get what you're saying. If it was today in 2019, then the whole world would know it. But anybody who watched sports back then
Right.
knew
Yeah.
that the beat writers were beating Michael Jordan up on
Yeah.
things.
Well, when Jordan was, it wasn't primitive, like it was like when, say the 80s or the 70s. It wasn't really
Right.
primitive
Right.
when Jordan was in the league. You still had ESPN.
Mhm.
They still was coverage, had coverage, and they still were reporting things too along with the newspaper.
Yeah.
You still have Peter Vesey
Yeah,
on NBC.
yeah.
God, Peter
exactly.
Vessey's a dog, bro.
Peter Vesey.
Peter Vesey is a
But the
dog,
the difference is, remember back then in the
Yeah.
80s and early 90s, ESPN didn't even come on to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Right.
or maybe 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Right? It came on at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Now it's
It's a
24/7
cycle, bro.
ESPN, ESPN2,
Yeah.
and
ESPN
news, and then you
yeah,
got
it's
the
crazy.
Foxes, and
Oh,
then you
man.
got the radio,
So much
and then you got
coverage,
the
man.
social media where we can all take and put our own opinion with it.
Yep.
And so therefore now it's, hey, that's a good point versus Peter Vesey
Right.
or Bob Costas.
24/7 sports.
Yeah.
All of these different little
It's a lot.
media
helping to
outlets.
shape what
Yeah.
our
Oh,
own
man.
thought process
Yeah.
is.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go ahead, Dre.
Well, guess what, man? If if they did have all of the media outlets back in the day, we damn sure know, and if not know, when and where Magic was when that disease happened.
Yes.
And all of Kareem's 50,000 girls that he had. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
That's one
Oh,
thing
Will.
that they didn't do back in the day.
Yeah.
They didn't follow these dudes to parties and things like that like they do now.
Right. Oh yeah. Ain't no such thing as
They
wasn't no
didn't.
such
Right.
thing as TMZ.
Can you imagine
Boy, can
camera
you
phones back
imagine that?
then?
Yeah.
Camera
Oh
phones?
my God.
TMZ.
Ooh.
What?
Woo.
Wow.
Can you imagine your
God.
life being under that type of microscope? Come on, man.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
A lot of Dallas Cowboys should be kind of happy too,
Yeah.
because the only
Feel
one that was
cocaine
getting messed
Cowboys.
with was Michael
He's
Irvin.
the only one.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
And I
boy.
guarantee you a lot more. They had that house. They had
Yeah.
that mansion
Oh,
Right.
boy.
away from their own homes.
Boy, it was a lot of stuff that
Can
was
you
going
imagine
on
what
in
was
these
going on in that
mansions.
mansion?
The Pittsburgh Pirates back in the 70s probably a little happy about it too.
Yeah,
Think about even the 70s Cowboys, Hollywood
Yeah.
Henderson
Oh
them.
my.
yeah.
Boy.
Man.
Sheesh.
Boy, can you imagine the only thing you needed to get into those house parties back in the day was the fact that you had a hep shot. That part.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You had to get it
That
at the
sucks.
door,
Dick.
at the entrance.
That sucks.
If
Oh,
you
my
came,
God.
if you
Right
came
at
with
the
that
door,
good
man.
young fresh white, you could get in too.
Oh yeah. Come in with some of that
powdery
come in
white.
with some of that booger sugar.
Yeah.
You right on through the door. It's nothing.
Oh, you got. Oh, come on in.
Oh.
Baseball
Oh,
too
word?
in the clubhouse
Oh yeah.
Oh,
during the
man.
70s,
yeah.
60s and 70s, heroin,
Yeah.
all that
Oh,
in the
my.
clubhouse.
Man,
Yeah.
man, look, that 70s Pittsburgh team stayed high, man. They stayed high, bro.
Hi, hi.
Lenny Dykstra, man, them Philadelphia Phillies of the early and mid 80s. Bro, them boys stayed high,
Dykstra
man.
still paying for it.
Dykstra still high right now while we
what
talking.
What about the Mets?
Oh, the
Man.
Mets,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
They stayed high, bro.
Yeah.
that
I'm gonna
was
tell you
nothing.
this: when you
Them
got,
Giants.
when you got Rick James in your phone,
Yeah.
you got problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's an issue. It's an issue.
Here, let me call Rick James real quick. See what he got
See
popping
what,
tonight.
yeah,
Hey,
see what
why
he
don't
got
you
going
come
down.
through? Won't you come through with
They said
Call young Ricky.
they said Lawrence Taylor was taking bumps
Oh man,
during the game.
During the
On the
game.
bench.
Yes.
Don't doubt it.
Yes.
We know he taking bumps now. We know that's happening.
He
Yeah.
never stopped.
Yeah.
He's never
And go
stopped.
out there and get 3 or 4 sacks
Come on, dog.
on that bump.
He's still
On that good young
he's
bump.
still catching DUIs right now.
Yeah.
Man, you is 60,
Yeah.
bro. Chill, man.
Man.
You're 60.
Oh,
do it.
man.
Unbelievable.
Look, man, I love y'all, man.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
so
Dre.
mad that I'm not in the studio the other day, but
Hey.
I'm out here hanging with Cookie, man.
Yes,
Want to wish
indeed,
you guys
man.
a
Daddy
great show.
duty's called, bro.
Daddy
Do
duties,
you,
man. You got to
Yeah,
handle
man.
that.
Yes, sir.
You understand me? That got to be handled, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Been playing
Dre,
phone
real
tag
quick.
this morning, but I'm about to go. Yo,
Dre, real quick, what's your favorite team in the AAF?
Uh-oh. What is it? The American
Alliance
Alliance
of American Football.
of American Football is what it is.
Starts today.
Yes, starts tonight.
You got to pick your teams tonight,
Gotta
guys.
pick your teams.
You got to pick your team tonight.
Gotta
No
pick your teams.
bandwagons.
I'm gonna go with the Arizona team. It's the closest to home.
I'm gonna go with the Birmingham teams.
San Diego.
Birmingham.
San Diego team. All right. I'll go with the Phoenix team.
Do they have is the Northtown Crip Riders in there?
They are. They are.
Oh,
They play at midnight.
The NCR?
All their games are at midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, they play at midnight Pacific Coast time.
Oh. And where they play at? Where the hydro tube used to be?
Yeah, where the
at?
hydro
I'm with-
tubes
where
at,
the
man.
hydro
Yeah,
tubes,
at
yeah.
community college.
I was
bro.
up there this morning, man, hitting that hill.
At the old tubes, man. Oh man, that's hollow ground right
Yeah.
there, man. You can still imagine the tubes being there though. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
I
man.
can
know.
tell you what, that Memphis team gonna be terrible
yeah,
because
all
Mike
bad, huh?
Singletary, the coach,
Oh boy.
So we have to,
Oh.
we actually have to
with
pick a
Christian Hackenberg as
Pick
the
a team,
quarterback,
man. Pick a team,
and,
bro.
and Mike Singletary at the court as a coach,
Why would he go coach over
I
there?
don't understand.
because he can't find a coaching job nowhere else. That's why.
Wow.
There's a lot
A
of
head
big
coach,
names.
he could
It's a
be
lot. It's a lot of.
assistant.
It's a lot of names that are there. Jim Caldwell.
Because I think some
Actually,
of
his
these guys
name
actually
got
have some
mentioned.
ownership stake
Here-
in the league.
Here's what it, so
Trent Richardson.
there's the
Well, good for him.
the Arizona Hot Shots.
yes.
Arizona Hot
I'm
Shots
going with the Arizona Hot Shots,
Rick
man.
Neuheisel as the coach and
Yeah.
Trevor Knight as the quarterback.
Okay.
Then you got the Atlanta Legends,
Okay.
Kevin Coyle as the coach,
Mhm.
and Aaron Murray, old Alabama
Okay.
QB.
Okay.
The Birmingham
What-
Irons with
what-
Tim Lewis as the coach, and Blake Sims and Scott Tolzien
Scott Tolzien. Wow.
and Trent Richardson.
And Trent Richardson. That's for the Birmingham team.
That's the
right?
Birmingham team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orlando got Steve Spurrier as the coach.
Okay. Steve,
Good
still
old
trying
ball
to get
coach.
it.
Okay, I think I'm gonna
Oh,
go with
oh,
Yeah.
49er, ex-49er right
Orlando.
there.
Yep. Garrett Gilbert as the
I'm
quarterback,
gonna
and
go with Orlando.
You gonna go with
Yeah.
the Orlando team?
then the
Yeah, I like Steve Spurrier.
Yeah.
Steve Spurrier is my guy.
It's a good look.
I
So
like
good
you know
luck.
what the team that looks like they may do something. San Diego, they got Mike Martz at coach,
Okay.
Josh Johnson at the quarterback.
Josh Johnson still trying.
I mean, he was just getting some
He was
run
just
with the
getting run.
Redskins.
Yes,
So,
yes, he was. He was just in the league.
as a matter of fact, I think they played today. They're 4-point favorites today.
Wow.
So
Oh man.
think about betting lines
think-
on a league
Mhm.
in teams that ain't never played
Ain't
before.
never played not one down of football.
Wow.
there's no track record or nothing.
Nothing. You can bet on absolutely. You're looking at absolutely
If
nothing
you're
right
betting
now.
on those games, you're a degenerate.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Oh, you
if
got an
bet-
addiction.
You have an
You got
addiction.
an
You
addiction.
have an
something
addiction.
wrong with
You got to take one of those pamphlets.
Yes,
Man,
yes.
something
You
is wrong.
have an addiction.
When the
if
fun
you're betting.
stops.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You have an
Something is
addiction
wrong
if you betting on this.
with
Man,
you.
think about it. That's-
Wow.
That's
Something is
crazy.
wrong with
And
you,
the books
bro.
know it, which is why they put them on the board.
Something,
It's
Yeah.
not-
yeah, because there are degenerates.
yeah, there are
Right.
plenty
That
of
will be
degenerates,
in
and that's
there.
where they.
Yeah.
That's where the books live.
Yeah.
The books
Yeah.
live off of degenerates,
Yeah.
man. Simple and plain, bro.
Well, thanks for taking my phone
Oh
call,
man,
fellas.
come
I
on, bro.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you calling in,
Oh, man,
man.
you
While
know-
you out there hanging with Cookie, man, you be safe out there, bro. We'll see you when you get back, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man.
Yes,
Y'all be
indeed.
blessed.
Absolutely,
All right,
man.
brother.
Kobe.
Dre Bailey in the building right there, man. All the way from the beach. Calling from the beach.
Beach.
You understand me? Southern
Mhm.
California, man. But yeah, man, we were talking about, football, sticking to football. Kyler Murray is set to attend the NFL Combine. I know I'm on record as saying that he should stick to baseball, which in the long run, long term, he'll spend 2, maybe 3 years in the minors and they'll call him up. The dude is that good.
Yeah.
The dude is that good on the diamond. He'll get called up. He'll get a big time deal. He'll get called up. But Sherm alluded to something, and I heard it, Bill heard it, Quan heard it, but I want the rest of the people to hear exactly what it was that Sherm said in regards to him actually going into the NFL draft and actually being drafted and playing.
Right. So the notion is that go play baseball because that's guaranteed money. And
Sure.
right now he has a 4-year, $5 million contract with the Oakland Athletics, right? But what we have to understand now in today's football, if you're drafted in the first round, the first 32 picks are all slotted with guaranteed contracts.
Right.
And if we look at the history over the last 5 years, once they start going to guaranteed contracts, the first overall pick, and I'm not saying Kyler Murray's going number 1, even though there's some talk because Arizona has thought about it with their new coach there, right? So if he were to go first overall, just to use that slot, he's probably looking at a 5-year, $30 million contract, fully guaranteed.
Now, not to cut you off, but didn't Baker Mayfield went first last year, correct?
Correct.
And I believe his guaranteed dollars was somewhere around 22 million,
Something in that.
around that
Okay.
area. So I'm thinking with this year, being a totally different year coming up, is the salary cap going up or will it stay stagnant in relation to last season?
So I'm using that because if we remember, Saquon Barkley's contract was like 5 years, 26. So
Okay.
I just use that number as a barometer.
Okay.
But regardless, because let's say Kyler Murray doesn't go first. Let's say he goes as some of the NFL experts, draft experts have alluded to, maybe 13th to Miami in that
Okay.
area, right? Even then, we're still talking about a 5-year, at worst, 5-year, $10 million? That's
with
double.
10 million guaranteed.
10 million guaranteed. That's double than what the A's have projected him or what they are paying him, right?
Mhm.
So my thing is this. I would choose baseball too because of the longevity.
Sure.
However, why not give NFL a chance? And if you don't make it, if you flamed out, that money's guaranteed.
Yeah.
See, 10 years ago, we couldn't say that
Mhm.
because it was non-guaranteed contracts.
Right.
But now since it's guaranteed, even if you flame out, become a bench warmer, you can always go back to that diamond.
Sure.
You can go
Always.
back to baseball.
Always.
Tim Tebow did. Tim
Sure did.
Tebow spent, a good part of 7 years in the NFL before
Well-
he tried his hand in baseball?
Well, Russell Wilson, he went out and showed that he still could probably play
Absolutely.
Oh,
if
yeah.
he really
Absolutely.
dedicated himself to
Yeah.
the sport.
He'll be in
Yeah.
spring training.
Yeah,
I think with the Yankees this year. he'll
and
be
he's
in
what
spring training.
30?
Yeah.
And I've mentioned this before too. I want to ask you guys. It's a business decision, but what if he also just loves football more? What if
Sure.
he wants to play football more?
Sure.
And it's like I don't really care about a longevity career.
Right.
I want to play. If I have a 8-year football career, I'm
Right.
good with that.
Right.
I don't have to do anything else. I
Right.
love football that much.
Right. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
His choice.
we're
Yeah.
just here as pundits giving our opinions.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyler Murray is not listening to us for our opinions, bro.
No.
Like
Yeah.
he's not listening to us for what to do with his life.
Mhm.
It's just not gonna happen. He
Yeah.
has advisors. He has people that are close to him for that, and ultimately the decision is going to be his anyway at the end of the day. But I'm just thinking from an injury standpoint, from just being able to play, just a longevity standpoint.
Yeah.
That baseball at face value is the way to go.
Yeah.
Now, like Quan said, he just may love
Yeah,
football
football.
more.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. So ultimately, that man is going to do what he's going to do.
And marketing wise,
yeah.
he could make more money in the NFL
And-
because
Sure,
they
yeah,
market
sure.
quarterbacks.
And,
Sure,
and
they
he'll
market
be
quarterbacks,
minor
absolutely.
league.
And he's going to be a
Yeah.
star name in
Sure.
the
Yeah,
NFL.
Sure.
name, right.
Major League Baseball
Yeah.
might take him a while to
we
get
all
called
know,
up.
We
And
all
they
know
don't market well.
Major League Baseball does not
Yeah.
market its players.
Yeah.
Let's take it for example. Who can we go with? Mike Trout.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best player
Easily.
in the league.
Yeah.
There's
Is.
no doubt about it.
Yes.
If Mike Trout walked right down here in front of the El Cortez,
He
Do
might
you
be
know-
a security guard.
he just might be a security guard, man.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people would really run up to Mike Trout
None.
if he walked right here?
None.
Not too many.
Yeah.
Because no one knows what he looks like.
Mhm.
Because they don't market.
You'd have to even tell me, do you know who that is? And then I'd have
Right.
to look at him
Exactly.
because you were mentioning that he was
Exactly.
a famous guy, and then I would realize who he is. But I
Exactly.
wouldn't just walk by and be like, "Oh, dang, you're Mike Trout."
Right. Exactly. Now, I know what he looks like from seeing him play. Now, the Angels don't play on national television a lot.
No.
If you don't have MLB extra innings, you're not watching the California Angels play, right? Or the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Yeah.
You're not watching them play,
Yeah.
right? So even if you're not a diehard, typical MLB fan that goes to the ballpark every single day, you wouldn't know who the hell Mike Trout was.
Right.
And he's the best player in the league.
Right.
Here's the crazy
They
thing
don't-
about
they
it. If
don't
you
market.
really think about it, I mean, we know we're obviously it's a sport talk show, so we know our players.
Right.
But the average person, if you just did a list of maybe the top 10 players of all time, and just had them walk down the street,
Yep.
How many of those would people know? I mean, there's certain figures you would know. Your Mark McGuire's and Sammy Sosa's,
Right.
your Barry Bonds, you would know them, right?
Somebody know what
Kyler-
Sammy look like right now?
Kyler Murray
That's
will
what Sammy
be
look like.
Who's that white guy
Yeah.
over
That's
there?
what Sammy look like.
Kyler
right here.
Murray will be incorporated in the new Heisman House.
Right.
So that's some more marketing. they need
Okay.
to get.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's gonna
In those
happen.
commercials. Yeah.
That's
And he
gonna
can
happen.
double down.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, he can play 5 years in the NFL, even be on the bench,
Yeah.
making that guaranteed cheddar.
Yep.
And then if he wanted to go back to baseball, he's still a young baseball player at that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's only what 20? He's not even 21 yet. I don't believe.
Oh, Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
20, I think he's
He's
20.
2021, right?
2021.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, he can still go to baseball at the
man.
age of 27.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's like in baseball, that's like the start of your prime.
Right.
He'll be
Come on,
22 in August.
There you go.
Okay.
Mhm.
21 years old.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
He just turned 21. That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're not here to say, yeah, you gotta go play baseball. This is just us, experiencing both and saying, hey man, baseball just may be your best road. But again, he may like football more than he
Yeah.
likes baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do.
again, that's okay. I'm a baseball guy over football all day. Anybody that knows me
That
knows
was my
that.
first love.
It's my first love.
That was my first love, baseball. I
baseball.
couldn't wait to get
Couldn't wait to get to the diamond.
That's the only
couldn't
sport
wait
they had
to
back
play.
in your day, though, right?
Yeah, give us a call here, 702-608-3259. Give us a call in studio, man, if you want to chat it up.
Baseball is
cold,
fun because you can take a rock and a stick and swing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
It's a dying sport. Since we really quick, just to turn a little bit, since we're on baseball,
Yeah.
Goose, what do you feel about these new proposed rules changes in baseball? If y'all don't know, they're talking about instituting a pitch clock,
Yes.
basically
In efforts
giving
to speed
yes,
the game up.
to
Yes.
speed the game up.
I-
So a pitcher has 20 seconds
Mhm.
Beautiful.
in order
Totally
to throw
Totally
to
agree.
the to the batter. And
Right.
if he doesn't within that 20-second clock, then it's a ball.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
Now I can change the game around.
Yeah,
What do you think
Big
about
time.
that?
I love it, man. When I was in New York for the U.S. Open 2017, I went to a Mets game over at Citi Field, and I think they were playing the Reds that evening. And I noticed I'm sitting down the third baseline, and I noticed that there was a clock like behind home plate, like to the side, and I'm like, what the heck is going on right now? And this was this was at the tail end of the 2017 season. I'm like, man, what the heck is going on? So I start fixating my eyes on that clock, and I can see it winding down every time the catcher, threw it back to the pitcher. I'm like, oh snap, they putting a pitch clock on this dude. I'm like, they implement, like, this is really happening. I think it's wonderful. It speeds the game up. Now you start to look at younger viewers now. The average age of a baseball fan right now is like
30.
high 40s,
Yes.
low
30,
50s right now.
30
bro.
Yes.
Like, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, they have lost the young fan totally. And I think speeding the game up does the game justice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something small though. A pitch clock. Something small. It's the same thing that the shot clock did in basketball.
That's
Instead
right.
of
Four corners.
four
Yeah.
corners,
Yep.
now you have to shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, something as simple as changing the to get the ball across the timeline from 10 seconds to 8 seconds
Mhm.
has sped basketball up.
Yeah.
So I think this is a wonderful thing. And if they can come up with anything else, God, please be my guest.
And I
So-
think it's somewhere where they need to grab the average fan to watch during the season, you know?
Right.
And that's what they've been lacking in baseball, because I don't want to watch 100 and something games with it being that slow. If it's faster paced,
And that's
will
the
wanna watch it.
and that's
Absolutely.
the key, because baseball purists are saying, no, you're messing with the game.
No.
You're messing with the game.
No.
Well, that's the problem, because you are a purist, so you want to see things exactly what it is.
No.
But as Goose just mentioned to you, you forgot that the NBA within the last 30 years
Right.
added shot clock,
Yep.
3-point line,
Yep.
timeline clock, and
Yep.
changed that as well.
Yep.
NFL and NBA are always tweaking it to
Sure.
fit their demographic, whereas baseball isn't. Another rule change that they're doing in Major League Baseball is if you bring in another pitcher, they have to pitch to at least 3 batters in that inning.
Mm.
And what they're trying to eliminate is what you were talking
I
about.
like that.
Because the pitcher comes in, he warms up, he does about 10 warm-up pitches, he pitches to one batter. That batter may swing at the first hit, get thrown out at first,
And then
and then you bring
it.
another pitcher
Right.
in,
Yeah.
and now he got to spend another 10 minutes warming up.
Because essentially it was just they brought him in for the matchup.
Right.
And now we're going to spend another 5-10 minutes warming another pitcher up to come in and pretty much do the same thing.
Yeah.
For one batter.
It's crazy.
That kind
So-
of that kind of hurt my Dodgers a little bit. doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that bullpen,
Yeah.
man, it was
Yeah.
leaking. Yeah, absolutely, man. I just think it speeds the game up, and you bring the young fan back, man, because that's essentially what the game is missing. The game is missing the young fan right now, and to have these dudes that are old, set in their ways, and that don't want to see change continues to slow the game down, man.
and what does the young fan become?
Yeah.
The future
that
player.
Yep,
Right.
Yep.
But
That
see,
person.
now what
Yeah.
Reginald said, he says pitch clock is stupid because baseball is a game of chess. It's all strategy. My opinion is that you
Chess
can
has a
still
clock sometimes. too.
right. Think about it.
Chess has a
NFL
clock.
is the
Yes.
right, that's true.
Yes, chess
Chess
has a
has a
clock.
clock as well too. But NFL is the ultimate team game.
Yep.
Right. Well, even within that, they still got a 30-second
Yeah,
play clock.
25-second play
20,
clock.
25-second play
Mhm.
clock. You got to get your strategy up for there.
Yeah.
You can't. If it takes you that long to strategize,
Right.
you
You probably gonna lose.
yeah.
The
Yeah, it
lefty
take you that
The
long.
lefty righty lefty matchups.
Mhm.
I mean, just pitch.
Just pitch. Just pitch. The analytics, man.
Yeah,
we
just
we
pitch.
we-
Just pitch the damn
we-
ball.
We,
Just pitch,
we
man.
talk all the time about
You know?
the eye test and and a lot of the times those analytical things do work, but most of the time they don't. And at the
Didn't
end
work
of the
for my
day,
Dodgers.
it didn't. At the end of the day, it's your best against my best.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yep.
Simple. Simple and plain. What can you do? Are you going to get it done, yes or no?
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah.
Simple.
It's not like these guys haven't pitched against a lefty has never pitched against a right-handed hitter
Their
or-
whole career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
pitched
They faced
before.
them.
So
They faced them.
yeah. So you go with
Yeah.
your best guy.
Go with your best guy
yeah,
against
and
their best.
and go
keep
out
it
there and
pushing.
pitch and do your
Absolutely.
thing.
I'll hang my hat on the best guy I got at the bump and or dish. Doesn't matter against whoever.
Yeah.
I'm not getting ready, and maybe that's probably why I'm not a manager in Major League Baseball, because I'm not so much of an analytical guy.
Yeah.
If I got my best out there and he can still go, guess what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
He's gonna go.
He's gonna go. He's gonna stay there.
He's gonna stay there.
Yeah.
Unless he says, "Hey, coach, I can't do it." Then I'll
They're,
switch.
they're looking at pitch counts for starters
Yeah,
now.
it's crazy.
Starters don't even go 9 innings
Come
anymore.
on,
They
man.
go maybe 6, 7.
Right.
Okay, then you bring in your middle reliever. Then it's
How's that
like,
worked out for Steven Strasburg?
Oh.
How's pitch count worked out for him?
It ruined their chance of winning a World Series by
Yeah.
sitting him at a time when they were in the hunt for the
How's it
pennant
work?
a few years ago.
And now the Nats will be at the bottom of the NL East.
right.
Yeah.
Getting rid of Bryce Harper
because
as well,
Bryce Harper
too.
won't
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
So
Or Willie.
or Willie,
Well,
we don't know.
They got the best
don't know.
offer on the table.
They
for
do,
him.
they do, but he want to change the scenery.
He do.
man.
He
don't
want to
wanna
come
be-
out to L.A. That's what he wants
He
to
wants
do.
to be. He wants to be on the left coast, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, bro. Like the analytics, man. Stop it, bro. Can
Right.
you beat me or not?
Can you
Can
basically
you beat me or
can
not?
you beat me or not?
Simple, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. That the pitch clock, I think it's a great ad. You taking a 2.5. You taking a 3-hour game down to probably 2.5 just with that alone.
Yeah.
Just with pitch clock alone,
Yeah.
you're taking that down because you got a lot of pitchers that love to work slow.
Mhm.
Love to work slow.
Mhm.
Tim Wakefield is probably one of my favorite relievers ever. One of my favorite pitchers ever. But he worked extremely slow.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Every pitch, you got to walk around the mound. You got to
Oh, my
go grab the
gosh.
bag of resin,
Got it.
wipe your hands, take your hat off,
It's ridiculous.
adjust it again,
It's ridiculous.
go back out there for every pitch.
for one pitch, bro.
A quarterback, think about it. NFL quarterback has 11 guys on his side of the field versus 11 on that side of the field.
Yep.
He got 25 seconds to digest that defense,
Yep.
call a play,
Yep.
run it, let this team know what they're doing, and then get back on it again. You mean a pitcher to throw one pitch
Yeah.
take
Sad.
you 2 minutes?
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad stuff.
What this will show is to see how these managers can really manage.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll show them how.
Because a lot of them getting away
yeah,
with not being able to manage right now.
with the
Yeah.
old ways.
Yes.
So now it's the
Yes.
new way.
Yeah.
Ca-
What you
can-
gonna do?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
You know how to work this thing now.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. You got the pitch clock over there. Now.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember that now?
Yeah.
It's right over there,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. Let it go down to 0 if you want to.
It's a ball. That could be
Yeah,
that
so
could be
yeah.
a crucial
Come on, man.
crucial situation.
That's all part of strategy, man. I love it. I
Yeah.
personally love it,
Yeah.
man. But
Speed the game up.
speed the game up. Absolutely, man. Again, man, Kyler Murray headed to the NFL Combine. I personally think he should stick with baseball.
Should he do everything at the combine?
Such as
Everything.
Like
Throw,
run.
bench, run, everything.
he has a live arm. He should definitely throw. I
I
understand.
think he should
The,
throw.
the problem with the combine is
I
a
don't
lot of
think he
these
should run.
quarterbacks.
I don't think he should run.
I actually think he should because they're not talking about converting them to anything to
No.
another position like they
No.
were talking
Just
about
run.
Lamar Jackson.
Run.
But these
fine.
quarterbacks don't like to throw in the combine because they don't know. I mean, you got 50 receivers right there. So
Sure,
you tell them to
sure.
run a corner route. You don't know if
Right.
that receiver can run it at a certain speed. And Kyler Murray used to throwing to Hollywood Brown, who runs a
Yeah.
4.2.
Right.
So you got some slow
Yeah.
receiver running that corner route.
Yeah.
Your pass may not be there, but that don't reflect on you.
Right.
They're going to judge you based on your throwing on your pro day. Go out there and throw the ball a little bit, loosen
Yeah.
up, let some of them,
Yeah,
interview,
Let them see.
run
then,
and everything.
And then, like you alluded to on pro day, when you get in your environment out there in Norman,
Yep.
you show out.
Mm-hmm.
You show out. I mean, we saw it actually flip. We saw Teddy Bridgewater get to his pro day and flat stink it up on
Man.
air, though.
Yeah.
It was on air.
Yeah.
Nobody was out there.
Yeah.
We saw him stink it
And
up.
he still got drafted in
And
the
he
first
still
round.
and he still was drafted.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's about the tape at the end of the day.
at the end of the day, man, it's really about the tape. But I'm saying with everything that's surrounded him, with the whole decision of will he play football, will he play baseball?
Yeah.
If you're gonna make the decision to, because now, and this is just my personal opinion about it, I think if he doesn't perform, his draft stock could possibly fall because of the situation, not because of his talent and what they've seen on film, because we know that. But I'm just trying to think like a GM right now. Well, looking at this, man, your heart might not be in it.
Yeah. I don't think he should.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he should do anything but throw. Throw.
I believe
and
he
if
should.
he did that would be fine with me.
I'll
I
be
wouldn't have
okay
an
with him
issue
running
that.
a 40 because I mean he's going to go out there and run a sub 4.7.
Yeah.
So-
No doubt.
Any time he run is going to be
Yeah.
impressive
Yeah.
as for a quarterback. But like Chris Matthews said, the
Shout out
big
C-Matt, man.
the big glaring thing about Kyler Murray is his height.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how do you guys think that's going to affect him on the next level if he doesn't choose to
Look.
go football?
Look, we've seen short quarterbacks, get it done.
This short though.
But not this short. Like 5'8". If they saying that on paper, we gotta assume he's shorter than that. If they're saying 5'8" on paper,
Well, they say 5'11" on paper.
okay, then he's 5'8".
Yeah.
5'9".
If they saying 5'11" on paper, he's 5'8", bro.
Yeah.
I will tell you one thing. What's going to benefit him, because this is a no-touch league anymore,
Mm-hmm.
any sack on him is going to be a personal foul. You got to
Yeah.
think about it. Anytime he gets hit, you're talking about 6'4", 6'5" linemen. They're going to call personal fouls almost like they do James Harden every time he goes to the paint.
They're gonna annihilate that dude.
Right,
man.
but
Like,
it's going to be a personal foul every time he gets hit because he's just so little.
so he's not gonna get the Cam treatment.
No. And the exact opposite, because Cam is bigger than a lot of D linemen. So when he gets hit, there's never a personal
Right.
foul.
So you don't think that they'll say the same thing for him like they say for Cam, but in different aspects.
different- yeah.
Well, Cam is so big, it can't be a personal foul. Well, Kyler Murray is so fast, it can't be a personal
It's so
foul.
little, it
You know
can't
what
be
I'm
a
saying?
right.
So
I think he can throw the ball. I think that the reads are so quick now in the NFL. If you look at the way the Patriots carved up the brand, well, can't say carved up, but the way Julian Edelman,
one dude,
right?
Up, yeah.
It's the same reads. It's catch and throw, like we run spread in flag
Sure,
football.
sure.
It's catch and throw
Right.
in NFL today. If he goes to a team like the Cardinals, #1 with Cliff Kingsbury at the coach,
Sure.
that's the offense that they run.
Mm.
I don't know about the Giants and the Jaguars, but he can throw the ball. So it's catch and throw.
Yeah.
I think he'll find moderate success. I don't think he's going to end up being a Pro Bowl caliber player if he does choose football. I think he'll be your average, typical starter, a guy who maybe throw 20 touchdowns, 8 picks. Middle of the pack quarterback is what I
Yeah.
think he'll amount to be.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what he's gonna be because he's already proved what he can do in college.
Sure.
So he's gonna be out there with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say what he can't be. But it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
If he can bring that short quarterback aspect to the league.
Right.
And actually do something.
Right.
Because shorter he's one of probably the shortest quarterback that'll probably
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
He's short. Well, him and Doug Flutie.
Him and Doug
Mhm.
Flutie.
Yeah,
around
Doug
the same
Flutie was
height,
like 5'9".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. On a good day.
So it'll be interesting to see if he can kind of have that success like he did in college
Sure.
at that next level.
Sure.
Yeah.
My only concern with him would be him not playing against any type of defense in the Big 12, like none.
Yeah, but
That's my only issue, and it may not even be an issue,
Yeah.
but that's the only thing I can look at face value and say, you know what, he didn't really.
I don't know, he played
fix
against that
anybody.
Texas defense, and they towed Georgia up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you talking about one out of
I know.
several teams
know.
that he played.
But
against,
there's
you know what I'm
pros
saying?
on
Oh, no
you
doubt.
know,
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
And he
No doubt.
he fared well once he adjusted in the
Mhm.
second half against Alabama.
Sure.
I mean, he
Sure.
he put up 300 yards against them, and then had 100 yards rushing
Right.
Yeah.
against that Bama defense. So
Well, we saw what Clemson did to them. Yeah.
speaking of that, let me ask y'all this one question. Speaking of Clemson,
Yeah.
all last year
Mhm.
we said that Alabama was the greatest team, or at least the pundits.
Mhm.
This Alabama team is the greatest college football team of all time.
This particular one?
This particular one.
Oh,
Be-
I
be-
remember
they
that.
they were saying that
Understand.
because of what they said all they ever needed was a throwing quarterback.
Oh, yeah, in that
And-
aspect.
and-
Okay.
and so
okay, I see what
this
you're saying.
team, but if Clemson went undefeated and then demolished that
Demolished them.
team, does this make Clemson the greatest team of all
Look,
time?
Clemson, look, I absolutely love what Dabo Sweeney has
Yeah.
done with that program, man.
Yeah.
Jealous,
I
actually.
love it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm lightweight jealous
Mhm.
because of course him being an ACC coach and annihilating us year in and year out. I'm talking about the Florida State Seminoles.
Yeah.
It just pains me to see it, man. I know as Florida State, you can recruit with Clemson, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. But it looks like we got a caller, man. Caller, you're on live with Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk, man. State your name and where you're from, please. Sound like C. Matt right there, man.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know it's Steve.
I knew it.
Hey,
As soon as he started laughing, I said, yeah, that's C. Matt right there, man. What's good with you, broski?
oh man, I had to always peek in on the show. How
Yes,
y'all fellas
indeed,
doing
man.
today?
We
What it
appreciate
do,
you,
mate?
bro.
Man, you still haven't driven the 2 hours to get back here, bro. What's going on, man?
I've been to Vegas since, so I need to.
Yeah, man. Uh-oh.
And told on yourself.
Untold.
I'm telling my mama.
Hold on myself.
Told on yourself.
Hold on myself. Does it matter that it's for business and I had to get in and get out? Does that help at all?
I'll give you-
You can get a
I'll
pass
give you
on
some,
that one.
yeah.
You get a
Yeah.
pass on that one.
I gotta come for some leisure time and spend some time with y'all.
Yes,
Right.
indeed,
Yeah.
man. We got to
You know,
have you
listen.
in here, bro. Got to, bro.
Kyler Murray, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real. It's real. I don't know. I understand college. I forget who said it this year. One of the football players said, "This is a grown. It's a grown man league.
Yeah.
You know, we get guys from college, we grind them up, and we spit them out.
Mm.
And I think Kyler Murray. I just don't see how his game at Oklahoma is going to transfer to the NFL. And here's why I say it.
Mhm.
Looks good on screen,
Sure.
quick little fast dude, all that. But the way defensive linemen are batting balls
Boy.
down at the line of scrimmage now
Yeah.
in this game,
Yeah.
today's game, how many backs do we see a game? 3, 4,
Yeah, easy,
sometimes? I don't
easy.
know, but
Easy.
he can't see the lane.
Mm.
Even with lifts in his shoes, he's just a little dude, and
Right,
all of his
The
all of
offense
his
they'd have to
measurables-
create would be to put him in space, and you can't do that a whole
You
game.
can't do that for the entire
You
game.
can't do that because we've
Yeah.
seen with your boy RG3, they banged him around until he's washed after
Yeah.
like a few years.
Yeah.
And I think Lamar Jackson might be the exception because he's just otherworldly with his speed. I mean, that guy can he get an edge on you, and it's a done deal. But
And RG3's a
Kyler
Big
Murray-
12 quarterback too.
Big 12, the Big
So was
12,
Baker
shady.
Mayfield.
Thank
And-
you.
but
Yeah.
but Baker Mayfield is 2 inches taller than
Yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Murray.
But Baker Mayfield has he got a little.
I think he got
something else. I don't know
pocket
what- I don't-
presence though. Like Baker
That's what
Mayfield
it
can
is.
really throw the ball in the pocket for real, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that Baker Mayfield now is going to have a bad year this year because
Mm.
Big 12 quarterbacks, the league catches up to him real quick.
Mm.
Like Baker's going to have to come out there and be that dude
Oof.
this season. Like I'm talking, they got to win 9 games.
It's gonna be
Or
interesting.
they got.
I say
They got to
10.
win. So
I say 10.
they got to win 10.
They gotta go
games.
double digits,
10
bro.
games.
They gotta
They
go
gotta go
double
10
digits.
games in
man.
the
In that
And
division?
they gonna be
They gotta
on
go
him.
double digits, bro.
Playing
got to.
Pittsburgh twice
Got
a
to.
year?
I mean, we don't know what team we gonna see out of Pittsburgh. We don't know what we gonna see from Baltimore for real, for
I
real.
think nine. I think 9 would be.
Mm.
Think
would be
nine, you
great for
think
them.
9, but
be
you think
great
9
for
you
them.
think 9 will win the division.
No, not the bit. No.
That's why
No,
I'm saying
no.
10.
But he
And-
got to win 9 because of the hype and
Yeah.
just
Oh,
what
yeah.
they're
Oh,
trying to say
yeah.
he is. I just don't think the Big 12 quarterbacks. I mean, I'm trying to remember when was the. If you guys can maybe help me, when was the last dope? Like I'm talking successful Big 12 quarterback. I can't think of it.
Wow, we know the one that got the most money. And that was Bradford. He
got
that was
50 M's.
that was an absolute heist.
He got 50 M's from
yeah,
the
that was a
get-go.
heist. That was a heist. I don't know what happened there, but that was a complete heist.
I mean,
Like
that's a
he
sweet
stole all
job, yeah.
he stole all the Van Gogh paintings from everybody. That was a complete heist. I
My
don't
man
know
just
how
walked-
that
just
went
walked
down,
out the
bro.
front door with-
Yeah, I
with
mean,
them under his
hey,
arm.
he stole all the Basquiat's. Just give them here. Give them here. All of them. I need them all.
Basquiat.
The old Basquiat's. He stole them all.
Man,
Unbelievable
crazy thing
stuff.
is, he got
Yeah,
like 2
I don't know. I can't even tell
large
you.
contracts after that.
2 big contracts,
Yeah.
bro.
after.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
The
Unbelievable.
belief,
know.
the belief
I think-
system in him was just
But
off
it
the
was
charts.
tremendous.
Yeah,
Like, see, Matt, you really got me thinking.
yeah.
The last
telling you,
Big
man.
12 quarterback that really had tremendous success. Can you think of one, Quan? I can't think of one off the top of my head right now that had
In the
It's
league.
that had
league.
big success in
no.
the league. Last
If
Big
you
12
go
quarterback.
back all the way. There's not. If you go back to remember back the team that USC obliterated in that one bowl game.
Mhm.
That quarterback was hyped to eternity. I forget his name.
Yeah.
White kid.
Jason White.
Jay White.
Did
Yeah.
he win the? Did he win the Heisman?
Yes.
Yes, he was a
did.
Heisman
Yep.
winner. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So if you go back, even that's a decade or so ago, whatever it's been,
I mean-
it's been that way with that league. Quarterbacks are putting up stupid numbers, but the league catches up with them real quick because
Right.
it's a gimmicky kind of league.
Right.
So I think that Kyler Murray, he looks like he's kind of in the vein of an Altuve. Altuve is 5'0", but
Right.
he
Right. He a
can play
monster.
baseball.
He's a monster.
The dude is a straight up. He
Yeah,
might
he
as
a
well be
baller.
6'5". He's just ridiculous.
He's a baller.
I think that's what Tyler Murray should be because I kind of feel like the media is setting this dude up for failure.
And I don't
The
think
media's
that's
a trick, man.
ever been brought up, bro. Nobody has
Mm.
brought that particular point up, and it's a great point. When
They do.
when you have media pundits that
Mm.
pull and push at you, don't think for 1 second these dudes not listening to that or they're not seeing it. We can't possibly believe that these dudes aren't paying attention to that. We can't believe that.
They do.
You know they are. They do.
They
they
do.
listen.
Whoever picks him.
And they don't.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just going to say, I'm looking at the last 100 years of the NFL, and I had a conversation with a friend about this. It has been the face of the league for 100 years, or however long it's been, has been an all-American white QB. Bart Starr,
Mhm.
Troy Aikman,
Sure.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So you get a little 5'0" black dude in there.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. They set
tough.
this guy up for a cold-blooded. Come on, man. No.
I was just doing some thinking, man, and Vince Young is probably the last Big 12 quarterback I can think of that had like some decent success
He
in
did.
the league. Like
Rookie of the
Does
year.
like,
Patrick
he-
Mahomes?
he was a rookie of the year.
Does Mahomes
so-
count?
So I was
Is it
gonna.
so
I was-
Can we
so
count
I
him
was
so
wait-
early?
I was waiting to go there.
Can we count
I
him
don't care
early
if his
like
career
this?
ended tomorrow.
'Cause
This dude was
He would
MVP.
absolutely have the
He's-
best season
He's the
of any of them.
He's
He's
got
not
one
even
of
a
the
question.
Of the league.
He got
No-
a top
no
5
question.
best season of all time.
But can we compare dudes that spent 10, 12 years in
If
the
he
league
duplicates,
to the dude that just started
if
his
he
first time?
duplicates what he did this year, go ahead.
Go ahead and give
Go
it to
and
him.
get- go and get
That's
it.
a
This was
little
no
easy,
fluke.
man.
Yeah.
What
But
what
that
what
tells
Pat
you-
Mahomes
that
did
tells
is
you
no
how
fluke.
shady it's
Yeah.
been.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That tells you where we
That
are,
tells you
though.
Big
Yeah.
12 has been.
That tells you where we are.
Guy, a rookie.
Yeah. But I mean,
What it's
Patrick
gonna,
Mahomes is
you know,
the
what
deal.
it's gonna do, Chris, is gonna force a lot of NFL OCs
Mm.
to incorporate a college system
mhm.
for a Kyler Murray.
And that's
Mhm.
why I brought up Arizona Cardinals because
Mhm.
Cliff Kingsbury, the former coach and
Yeah.
quarterback in the Big 12,
Yeah.
it's an easy match.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
All these offenses are going to that. Everything is going to these spread offenses. Get the ball out, hit your slots, hit your receivers on
And it
screens
can
or
work.
out the backfield. And it's
It
working.
could work.
What
It's
they gonna do with
working.
Rosen though?
Trade
I
me.
know.
Trade him, huh?
I think
Just gonna
so,
dip him
though.
off.
Third
I
round pick.
I like
Cut
him.
him. Quan said, "Cut him." Yeah, I know. We just paid you $17 million. You gotta go.
Gotta go.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Wow. That'll really be putting your chips on the table, though, C Matt. If that happened,
5'8".
that'd be putting your chips on the table for real, bro.
I couldn't put my.
I'm not certain, man. I have to at least
Is
see
he for
one
real?
more year
I
out
don't
of Josh Rosen. I got to see one more season out of him, bro.
Okay,
Because he can be Jared Goff.
Yeah.
He can be Jared Goff.
Mhm.
Jared Goff was
Yeah.
horrible his rookie season.
Terrible.
He doesn't have the team Jared Goff has.
No,
though.
he
If
doesn't.
Jared Goff,
Jared Goff is
team,
surrounded by ballers, bro.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by ballers.
because he might not
Ballers.
be. Jared Goff might not be Jared Goff.
We know
Right,
that too.
right.
Yeah. And
Like- like,
it's
I-
starting to show that.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen a quarterback, modern day quarterback, we talking rookie, second year, be surrounded by that much talent
much.
on both sides of the
Yeah.
football, though.
Ben-
Not
Ben
just
Ro-
offensive,
Ben
but
Ben
on,
Roethlisberger, maybe, when he came out of college?
on both
Yeah.
sides of the ball?
Big Ben had a
On
lot
both
of talent
sides?
like that. Yeah.
On both sides?
Ben had a
Because
lot
his
coming out.
defense
He
was
like
locked.
on the
His
playoffs.
defense was live, it was.
Yeah.
But like I'm talking big time receivers
Yeah,
like
but
that,
he
a
did.
big time running back like that.
He did at that
That's
time.
a
yeah.
lot, bro.
Goff
Ooh,
got
that's a lot.
Goff got the
Goff
just
got
walked
a
into
lot,
whole
bro.
treasure
Bro,
trove of
he found the
everything.
pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, bro. Like he hit megabucks. Like Jared
Megabucks.
Goff hit
Megabucks.
megabucks, bro. He really
and
did.
you know what, Jared Goff, they'll give a Jared Goff the next decade to be great.
Oh, no
they'll
doubt.
give him that.
Oh, no doubt about it.
He's a tall, white quarterback.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's gonna get 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And like somebody was saying earlier,
That's
after
true.
those 2
That's
seasons, he better
true.
go get that base. He better go get that
Hey,
baseball
better get-
money real quick.
Better get them
Yeah,
bats
but-
swinging.
But see, Chris, what we were saying is that baseball money is 4 years, $5 million. NFL money
Okay.
is going to be double that, even if he's drafted in the teens. The NFL money is going to be twice his baseball money. So why not get that football money? And then if you
Okay.
don't make it, you still can go back to baseball.
Yeah.
He'll still
It's
be in his
true.
mid
True,
20s.
true. I
That's
think
right.
I'm just of the mindset that okay, I'll have $5 million guaranteed coming to me, right, for the first 3-4 seasons if I play Major League Baseball, right? I
Right.
can get countless contracts over the course of a baseball season.
Oh,
I get hurt
They-
one time playing in the NFL, my contracts are done.
Well, then
It
who
is
knows
a wrap.
in 10 years what baseball contracts are going to be
Who
like, too.
knows?
Right.
There's already
Oh my
not a
goodness.
salary cap,
But again-
so who knows?
So I'm going to say this then. I'm going to throw out this name to y'all. Anybody remember Drew Henson?
Drew Henson,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Drew Henson
Yes.
chose
Yes.
baseball
Played at Tennessee, correct?
at
Played quarterback
Michigan.
at Michigan.
He played at
Michigan.
He had Tom
Michigan.
Brady on the bench.
Yeah.
He chose
Michigan.
baseball, but he loved football more.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
he chose the guaranteed
Yep.
baseball. Never got the fulfillment that
Yes.
he wanted,
Yes.
and then he tried to come back to football. But it's like, bro, you 27 at this point.
Right.
Nah.
Right.
Chris
And guess
Winkie.
what? And
Chris
guess
It's
who
the same
gave him a
thing.
chance?
Chris Winkie was the same way.
And guess what team gave him a
Chris Winkie, right?
chance?
the Dallas
The
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
Lord,
Jerry
Lord,
Jones.
Lord.
Gary Jones.
Jerry
Oh,
Jones.
man.
Man.
what was the Tennessee quarterback that ended up playing for I think he played for the Rockies. Played first base for the Rockies. Was it
Todd Helton.
Peyton
Todd
Manning.
Helton.
Todd Helton.
Todd
Todd
Helton.
Helton. I
Manning.
knew it was with an H. Todd Helton. That's
right.
who it was that played at Tennessee.
So it can go either way. My only point, I wouldn't be saying this 5 years ago before NFL first round draft picks got guaranteed contracts.
Sure.
But since they get guaranteed contracts, get that NFL money, fulfill that dream of yours. You can say, I did that.
Yeah.
And then if it don't work out, you're still 25, 26, 27 years old. You can still go have a 10-year career in baseball, even if it is in the minors.
Right.
That's all
Okay,
I'm saying.
but Sherm, how many hits can 5'8", 170 take, man?
Even if it takes that
He
one
gonna-
and now you're on the bench, you got that guaranteed guap.
Hey, 5'8", 175.
for
Get
it.
it right, bro. 5'8",
175. He gonna be running
175,
for-
brother.
I'm trying to give him $5 bills. He's gonna be running for his life. He's gonna be running for his life between the legs because look, you got 1, 2, 3. That's it to throw the ball.
But the
in.
NFL
my
also
Cowboys
come in.
protects quarterbacks like crazy
Sure
in
they do.
2019.
Sure they do. Sure they do.
So it's a
That's
different game.
true,
Sure they
but you
do.
can't. But you'll stall on 3 downs with a little guy who can't
True.
get the. I don't know, man. I looked
tough.
at him and I said,
And it
why
only
ain't
takes
the
one
eye
hit.
on
It only
Kyler
takes
Murray?
Well, I look at it like this. He's been playing football all his life.
Sure.
He's taking hits, so
That's true.
he'll be cool.
Texas boy.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Well,
taken
look,
NFL hits like you guys
and-
mentioned. He hasn't had like
Nobody's
he hasn't had
Cowboys-
that big boy
and
defense.
And my
You've played in the
Cowboys
league,
did
you've
that
never
again with
taken
Chad
NFL hits.
Hutchinson.
Chad Hutchinson.
Oh,
Wow.
what's the name? He just
Oh,
put it out
my.
there.
Oh,
You heard-
my.
Hey, are you hurt? Hey.
Bill is hurting on the inside. I don't know if y'all
He
can.
is, man.
I don't know if y'all can
He's
feel that. I
freaking-
don't know if you can feel that through the phone, see, Matt. See, man, I don't know if you can feel it through the phone, man, but
Controversy is hurting, man.
Bill is hurting. Bill is hurting right now,
I
man.
feel it, man.
I'm not certain if you can feel it, man,
Man.
but he's hurting.
Man.
Keep
Chad
bringing up the Cowboys,
Hutchinson.
man.
Chad
Hutchinson,
bro.
see, Matt. Come on, man.
Unbelievable.
Another name that
He's
chose
pulling names, man.
Oh my God.
another name that chose baseball over football was Jeff Samardzija.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
And it's worked
Jeff
out.
Jeff
Samardzija,
Samardzija.
yes.
And it's worked
He
out.
was a dope
No-
wide
no-
out at Notre Dame.
Absolutely. 6'4",
He was
6'5".
super dope.
Good.
Now he's a
Worked out.
pro closer
Yes.
in Major
And
League
making
for the
millions,
Giants.
making
yeah.
millions though.
Oh,
Yeah.
As a closer.
And still rocking the long hair.
And still
Yes.
rocking the mullet.
still rocking
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still got
Jeff
it.
Samardzija, bro.
could have made a good NFL
He
career, but I
would have
think after
been, no
a while,
question.
Yes.
he
yes.
was
I truly
good.
believe
Yeah,
that.
He was really good.
He'd have been a
Yep.
nice
He was
wide out in
good.
the league.
Yeah.
He was like,
Kinda-
let me go ahead and close out 8-9 innings
That
real quick.
baseball- Look,
But they don't pay receivers like they pay quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Oh no,
So-
not at all. Not at all. Not at
So-
all.
but that MLB money, I think my last point before I get out of here, in the
Yeah.
next 10 years, what it's going to be? 400 million?
Unbelievable.
Oh,
They already talking about 400
my.
million right now with Bryce Harper.
If
They're
you-
talking about 400 million right now.
Yeah.
If you're that dude,
400
yes.
mil-
Yes.
Come on, man.
Because
That's
he turned
crazy.
down 300
Oh.
mil from the Nets. He turned
Who
down
turned down
300
300
mil.
Wait a
Oh
minute.
my God.
Who did?
Yeah.
Bryce
Yeah,
Harper
Bryce Harper. He
turned down
their first
300
offer.
mil.
Yeah, when talks initially first started happening, they offered him the what was it, 8 year? Was it 8 or 9 years, 300 million?
I don't remember the
It was
years.
somewhere in the ballpark between 8 and 9 years. They offered him
Yeah.
with 300 million. He turned it down.
8
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
3. Oh, that's
turned it down,
generational
see,
cash
Matt.
right there,
They're like,
man.
nah, I'm good.
When we all saw Alex Rodriguez
A-Rod.
get that, what was it?
It was the first time
10
it was
year.
10
It was 10 year, 300
250.
million, right? Or 250.
The first one was 250. The second one was
The
300.
second one was 300. When we all saw that, Cats was like, man, what the
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember when
Barry in the hell?
Barry Bonds signed 7 years, 46
Right. And Cats just
for the Giants, and
Yeah.
it was the biggest
It was
contract in
insane.
sports
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
7 for 46.
7 for
I
46.
remember that. 746. That was a big
Chump
deal.
change.
You know what?
Chump change, bro.
That's
Man.
that's annual now.
Yeah, that's chump change.
Yeah, that's-
we want
that's
that on. We
nothing.
want that every year.
That's insulting right now.
Yeah, that's insulting my intelligence right now.
right.
Barry Bonds.
300
What?
million
Oh,
is-
man.
The best baseball player
Barry
ever?
Bonds
Yeah.
At that
Wow.
time,
half
it was
a billion
big.
right now.
Wow.
He get $500 million right now. If
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no
man.
doubt.
He get
Yes.
$500
Oh, no
million
doubt.
right
Yes.
now.
Oh, no
Boy,
question.
500 mil
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. and
No
I'm out.
question.
Oh,
He was born too
question.
soon.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly
He was
what it
born
was.
too soon.
Going too soon.
Wow, man.
Listen, Sherm, controversy, my man Donnell.
Yes,
is
sir.
always
Up.
love every
Appreciate you,
time I
C.
call
Mac.
in.
Yes,
I
indeed,
love
man.
the show. I'm going to sit back and listen in, let somebody else call in.
Yes,
Have a great
sir.
rest of your show.
Absolutely,
and I'll
bro.
holler at y'all, of course,
Yes,
next
sir.
Saturday or maybe even Tuesday.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
All right,
Man.
appreciate
Yeah.
you, C. Matt.
Yes, sir.
C. Matt, man, always a good call, man. When he comes in, yeah, Sam Stewart, man, 10 years, 300 million is what they offered Alex Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dog.
And that was on top of the 250
Shout
that he
out
got from the
Sam Stu, man.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Hey, he got caked
Got
up.
caked.
That's
Oh, my
ridiculous, bro.
goodness.
Yeah. Still-
He was worth it though.
Yeah.
He was worth it.
can we go out on a limb, and we not going we can't say he made all the money, because obviously he went from one contract, and then he went to the Rangers and got a little more, so he didn't make it all. But over the course of Alex Rodriguez's career, which he was a major leaguer from the time he was 18 all the
Yeah.
way up until
Yeah.
he shut it down. Do you think he made $1 billion, bro? We talking everything included.
Yeah.
We talking baseball money. We talking endorsements.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it possible that he made $1 billion?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
I don't know that extra
That's-
half a billion, because even in his endorsements probably may have been 100,000.
But you got to think that what were his deals when he was with Seattle?
I
though?
know that's what
that
I'm
we
thinking.
got to, and we'd have to
Right.
look at that as
Because-
to because he had monster years in Seattle.
Because he did a good 7 years in Seattle.
Yes, he had monster years there.
That dude was amazing, man.
Didn't he hit 50 home runs once in
Mhm.
Seattle? Maybe even twice, I think. If
and
I'm
he
not-
may be
I'm
one
just
of the
thinking
most
this off the top of
underrated
my
players
head.
off.
He was
of
definitely
all
a
time.
hundred, multi-hundred
It
really guy.
says 480 million is his
Over
career.
that's
earnings.
baseball money, bro.
Yeah.
That has to be just baseball.
Yeah,
money.
just his career baseball earnings.
That's stupid.
480.
That's stupid.
from salary, bonuses, incentives, and endorsements. So endorsements is in there.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it.
I mean, I wonder,
Wow.
does
That's
he have
still
the
a lot of
Wow,
money,
that's
man.
still a lot of
Do you think
bread,
he
bro.
uses the premium Spotify or just the regular?
The platinum one.
The platinum one. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely,
They
man.
created a new one for him, the platinum.
Unbelievable,
Oh, man.
man.
Yeah.
That is money.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
Sam Stewart. We were just checking
Yeah,
that out too.
yeah.
We saw
10
LeBron
years.
and Rondo at the
At
Duke
the
and Virginia game.
Duke Virginia game. Yeah, man. We gotta definitely gotta check the temperature on that, man. My Heels won earlier today, in spite of Roy Williams. And I'll
Great coaching today.
Yeah, excellent. Put them right in the spots they needed to be, right?
They're gonna
Scott,
name,
yes,
name the
I
court the
consider
Roy
J-Lo-
Williams court.
Yeah,
And-
yes,
and
yes, they've
addition.
done that. That's happened.
Wait, let's
Yeah.
let's not bury the headline here. But Scott Fisher asked, "Do we consider J-Lo a bonus to A-Rod's financial gain?"
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a nice
Yeah,
perk.
that
That
is
is a
good perk.
nice perk.
That's a good perk.
That is a good perk.
Shout out Scott Fish, man. That's a good perk.
That's a good
I
perk.
don't like
Yeah, it's a
the.
good perk.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of her exes say that attitude is hard to handle. So
It-
I don't know. Looks
Well,
looks last a little while.
Well,
but-
hers been lasting a little bit longer than everybody else's.
Mhm.
Money
Let
does
me-
it.
Money does that, don't
He
it?
does it.
We're gonna get into
Yikes.
some of this trade
Yikes,
deadline
man.
and
yeah,
NBA
man.
stuff.
What I know the trade that stood out to me. Getting into the NBA now, I know the trade that stood out to me, and it was a trade that I think was just totally beast mode on the part of the Philadelphia 76ers, going to grab Tobias Harris from the Los Angeles Clippers. I think was totally beast mode. I think it was totally in a good way Bush League what they did. They strong armed that trade. Like I
Well,
think
who was saying that Mr. Jerry West is excellent for making that
somebody said it.
Yes,
He was.
He
Because
was.
Tobias wasn't going to re-sign with the Clippers.
No, I don't think he was going
Right,
to resign.
so
So,
they-
he was right in that
So you
aspect.
trade him, get some draft
Yeah.
picks.
Trade him, get some draft
They
picks.
got
Yeah,
draft
yeah.
picks, but more
Yeah.
than anything, they freed up another
Yeah.
max
Yeah.
slot
Yeah. Another
to
max slot.
allow someone like a Kawhi Leonard,
Mhm.
a Jimmy Butler,
Mhm.
a Kyrie Irving,
Yep.
a Kevin Durant,
Yep.
a Klay Thompson.
Yep.
They allowed a Kemba Walker. They
Yep.
allowed another max slot to come for two of those
two of them.
max slots to get there in Clipperland.
And
we're
when
talking
you're
about
looking
Jerry
at somebody
West.
like Kemba Walker, I don't think he's gonna command $35 million. You may be able to get away with paying him 30.
You may. I think
You
he's
may.
going to ask
You
for
may.
a max, and you're going to
You
have to
may.
give it. You got the money. You're going to have to give it.
Sure. If you got it, absolutely. Especially if he's the first one to commit. If
Right.
he's the first one to say, "Yeah, I'll come," yeah, you might want to slide that extra 5.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like with that extra 5, which I don't know the exact number of what they'll have extra, but let's just say it's an extra 10 million, right? You can slide another mid-level dude in there, a specialist, a shooter,
Mm-hmm.
to perhaps help you because I don't think people understand just how good Tobias Harris is.
Man,
I really don't believe.
Well, they'll get to see now because he's going to be on TV.
Right, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
They'll actually get to see
Yeah.
Tobias Harris. He's a really, really,
Yeah.
really good basketball
Here's
player,
what
bro.
makes me sad. Because my Milwaukee Bucks drafted Tobias
Yep.
Harris,
Sure did.
and he was doing well. And he wasn't a early lottery pick for us or anything like that. And he was doing well, and we shipped him off. And he's been shipped off a few places. So
it's like
he's
he's 15 now, 14.
yeah. So he's not one of those players who will turn your team around.
He'll
But
add,
if
though.
he is your third option, like he's gonna be in Philly, or
It's a
even a
great
fourth,
that's a hell of a third
Oh,
option,
my-
bro.
yeah,
A dude that can give you 20 a night is a hell of a third option, bro. But in a multitude of ways,
Of
not
ways.
just in one way. Like Tobias Harris can create matchup issues.
Yeah.
He can defend. Like
he can
And I'm telling
slap.
you, if I'm
Yes.
Philly, I'm taking Tobias over Jimmy Butler.
interesting.
As far as like who's our priority
Interesting.
to re-sign,
He
I take
glues
Tobias
better.
over
And I wouldn't
Jimmy Butler.
necessarily be mad at that.
Yeah.
because he's a better glue guy
Yes.
than Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Sure he
Jimmy
is.
Butler looks at himself. When we talk about mentalities, right? Everybody says this Mamba mentality, like we were talking about Kobe earlier. There's a lot of players who got that same mentality. It just doesn't always translate over to the floor, right? Jimmy Butler has that same mentality, but his talent level isn't that. So he ends up shooting you out of games or becomes a cancer within that locker room because he demands the
Yeah.
ball.
Yep.
Tobias Harris doesn't.
can play
Tobias
off
Harris
of it.
doesn't need 20
He can play-
shots.
he can play off
for-
of it.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's why when you got some player that caliber as your third option, like a Klay Thompson,
Mhm.
that's what makes Golden State so great
Yep.
because their third option can get you 30.
Yep.
Tobias Harris can give you 30 as a third or fourth option in their situation now.
Sure can.
And he's a decent rebounder, so
Yeah,
he gets a
solid
lot
border.
of his points off
Yes. Offensive
some missed
rebounder.
shots. You
Yeah.
know?
So did the Clippers get high draft picks in this coming
No.
draft?
No, it'll be future picks.
Future
And when you talking about the 76ers, they're not going to be early round draft picks.
Right.
You're talking,
But the Clippers know they want. Well, one of them's from Miami for 2001, which
sure,
is a
that would be that'd probably be
unprotected-
a
unprotected.
that's an
unprotected
So
pick.
basically, Jerry West is basically setting himself up for free
For
agency.
this
Gotcha.
summer.
Yeah.
and also being able to trade those picks because we know, like the whole Anthony Davis trade rumors,
Sure.
they
Sure.
wanted picks.
Yep.
And you know a team, if you're giving up a star, you have to have picks to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
And that's what the Clippers are like. They don't have a lot else to give up
Mhm.
for someone like Anthony Davis, but for those type of scenarios,
Mhm.
you want to have those draft picks
Right.
stacked up behind you like Danny Ainge has been doing
Sure.
for years.
For years. Look, a lot of people don't talk about when Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett were shipped to the Nets. That kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it was the ultimate finagle.
Oh, absolutely. One of the
It was the ultimate finesse
between
by
that
Danny
and
Ainge.
the Dallas
was ultimate.
and Minnesota trade for Herschel Walker,
ultimate,
Yeah.
two of the worst.
the ultimate finesse.
Yeah.
And he's still living off of that right now.
Still.
Still.
And
Currently.
it's still going to be living off it for the next
Yes.
3 years.
Yes, he is. Wow.
Yeah.
Finessed. But to the Nets' credit, they've been able to build their team
Finally,
finally.
it's taken 10 years.
It's taken
but
a minute, but they've been able to do it. They're playing great basketball. Spencer Dinwiddie, of course, he goes down with the injury. There's no telling when he's gonna,
But-
be able
but
to,
Karis
to
LeVert
come
is
back.
coming
Karis
back.
LeVert is
LeVert's
back.
back.
He played last night. I saw that. They're actually playing well, and they're in the playoffs as we speak.
And they got an
currently, right?
all-star.
Yeah, and they have an all-star.
And they have an all-star.
And they have
D'Angelo
an
Russell.
all-star.
Yeah.
They just play hard together. I like that. I like that team in Brooklyn, man. They play hard. I like them, man.
D'Angelo
I-
Russell is playing like
yeah.
he has something to prove.
Sure.
I
Sure.
personally, you mentioned Tobias Harris trade. I as a Bucks fan,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a Miritich fan. I've been
That's
been-
big. That
I've
was
been-
big, bro.
raving the flag for
That was big.
Miritich
Yeah.
for a long time,
Yeah.
even going back to last year,
Yeah.
because he is. If you haven't watched this game, he's Kevin Love, but a better shooter.
Mm.
He's not the rebounder Kevin Love is, because you're not gonna see
Yeah.
Miritich with 15 boards, but Miritich averaged 8
You're
boards.
seeing with 8 though. You're seeing
Yeah,
with
you're
8 or
seeing with
9.
8, right?
Sure.
But he is a better shooter, and he can create his own shot
Mhm.
at 6'10"
Mm.
on the wing.
Mm.
So I'm sitting here looking at the tea leaves, and I'm like, are the Lakers gonna try to get Miritich? Who's gonna try to get Miritich? Why don't my Bucks try to get him? He'll be a perfect compliment.
And you kept saying that. I was
I
watching
kept
you
saying
online.
it.
Like,
I
why
kept
aren't they
saying
going
it,
after
bro.
him?
Why we get
Kept saying it.
and before you know it, we swing a trade to get Stanley Johnson, then ship Stanley Johnson out for Miritich and a couple of second round picks in the future.
Wow.
That's
Stanley.
inconsequential.
Stanley.
Stanley Johnson?
Stanley Johnson, one of the Johnson boys.
Yeah, one of them Johnson boys.
We ended up getting Miritich. Now
Oh,
we can
man.
bring a lineup out there because we already
Mhm.
shoot 3 pretty well.
Yeah.
But now we got a lineup now with Bledsoe
Mm,
and
I love
Middleton.
Bledsoe,
Giannis
man.
can slide to the 3 spot. Miritich can be at the 4, and Brook Lopez is shooting really
Mhm.
well
Yeah,
now.
You can shoot it.
So now we got a big lineup over there now. I love what we did. I couldn't be more
A
happy
big
with
stretch
that.
lineup, too.
A big
Yeah,
stretch
yeah.
lineup. We already shoot well.
Bring them up out that paint.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
And let Giannis slash and then kick.
Mm.
Then when Bledsoe's not hitting, then we bring in Brogdon, who's one of the best catch and shoot 3-point
So
shooters in the game.
if there's any lane available for Giannis.
Oh, he's taking.
All it takes is one dribble and two
Just
steps,
one
and
dribble.
he's there.
It's one dribble.
Man,
Hey, did your boy Don McCurr get
Don
did,
Maker. Don, I like that kid, man.
did he have to give up some money for demanding a trade?
Look,
I don't think
I
he
like
did.
the kid. I talked to him in summer league one year. I liked him a lot. I had a lot of promise for him. He wanted out because he wanted playing time, and I can understand that. But the Bucks have the number one. They're the best team in the league right now
you're not getting
by
that,
record
bro.
wise.
You're not getting that.
And now you going over to Detroit?
Yeah.
Just for playing time?
Right.
I think you can show your merit when you
Yep.
get to the playoffs and you playing those
Yep.
minutes.
Yep.
Keep playing hard, man. Keep
Yeah,
playing hard
Playing
in practice.
hard, bro.
He's 7 feet. He can
He's good
stroke.
at
He
it.
can
Yeah,
shoot.
he's
I
good.
mean,
Yeah. I
But-
mean, it's. I think.
good luck,
the-
Don McCurr.
Good luck to you in Detroit.
Good luck getting the ball from Blake.
Hey man, you're in the new arena.
Balake.
You're in the new arena.
Balaki.
You're in the new
Balake.
arena. Little Caesars Arena. Hey man. Don
don't nobody
McCurr.
go to it.
Don't
Ask
know-
him to
no one
introduce you to
goes.
Jay Quellen.
And Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Aaron.
Hey, real talk, man.
That's
I
horrible.
pick up Uber
That's
passengers,
horrible.
and if they have one of those names, I call them out like that.
Yeah.
Jay Quellen.
Jay
Oh, you
Jay
disrespectful.
Quellen.
You were
Jay
disrespectful.
They think it's
Hey,
funny if they've seen it. If not,
Aaron.
they're like, what? I'm like, oh, it's a skit.
Hey, Aaron. That's horrible.
So let me ask, because outside of myself, the rest of you guys are Laker fans, and Lakers and LeBron have been dominating the NBA headlines all year.
Sure.
Lakers already dominate headlines. LeBron already dominate
LeBron
headlines.
dominates
So
headlines.
it-
he
it's
can play
gonna-
on the moon. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
A
but-
team of journalists will be on the moon awaiting.
Yeah.
Doesn't
What do
matter.
y'all feel? Because everything was about the Lakers trading for Anthony Davis.
Yep.
What are y'all takes on that when it comes to whether you got him and traded your whole bench or just keeping the bench not for AD? How do y'all feel about now that the dust is settled?
I felt good either way. Real talk, I really did.
I'm with you. First of all, I said it was too much.
Mhm.
I thought it was too much for Anthony Davis. Because you got to remember when LeBron got hurt, we was in the third spot in the playoffs.
Mhm.
So, with him getting hurt, that kind of dropped us down a little bit.
A lot of it.
Yeah, and
From 3rd to 10th.
we weren't playing good. So, and then the trade comes around, like he wants to be traded to us, and so we was talking about giving the farm away, and it's like, come on now. We would love to have Anthony Davis on the Lakers,
Yep.
but I'm saying that's too much.
Yeah.
But
Let's
you know what I
just
think
wait.
the Lakers had to do right there?
They had to
Because
show their
they
hand.
didn't do that with Paul George
Yeah,
and Kawhi. And so they're like, you didn't really want me there because you didn't offer much. So they offered everything for Anthony Davis, knowing that, listen, I don't even think we're going to get him.
Right.
Let's put it out there that we're trying to we're trying to do everything for you, bro.
Right.
So now when you are a free agent, guess what? You can say no to the Celtics.
Right.
If they draft you, if they trade you for a year,
Yep.
first of all, you're going to make the Celtics weak. So
Right.
that's a smart move because
Right.
Celtics are going to have to give up a lot.
Yep.
Anthony Davis won't re-sign with them.
Nope.
And he'll be like, look, man, Lakers try to give up everything for me. They loved me there.
Yep.
I'm going to go sign with them.
Yep.
It was very smart.
I'm of the mindset that I don't think the players were bad. It's when you added the picks. That's what got me.
yeah.
That made me think like
Especially when you have to
like
start 4
yeah,
first round.
like come on, bro. That made me think like, dog, you just traded like a real live entire team for one dude. You're looking at 4 players plus 3 or 4 draft picks, bro. That's like a team. That's a whole team, bro.
Yeah.
That's where it got to be a bit much to me. Now, when the players, the first 4 players that were offered, I think that's plenty, bro.
Yeah, that's
like
plenty.
if you like
and 1 pick.
and a pick. But even just with the first 4 players, we're giving you an entire young core. These
Yeah.
dudes are under 25.
Yeah.
Like we're accepting a guy that's had injury issues. We're giving you 4 dudes that are like 13 years old right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand how you could want even more out of that. And when they added the picks in, I'm just like, you know what? I'm over it, bro.
Because
I'm over
you
it.
listen to a lot of pundits on the radio station.
Mhm,
They said
mhm.
the Pelicans played us.
Right.
for us showing our hand
Sure.
and talking about giving up all those players, all those picks for AD.
But I'm of the mindset now that, like Quan said, when it comes back around again,
Yeah.
the Pelicans aren't going to be able to get that again. That's
Ever.
never going to happen
Ever.
again,
No.
bro.
And see,
No.
Never will that happen again.
No.
So now, if I'm the Lakers, if I'm Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka, I say, hey man, I got Lonzo Ball, I got BI and a pick. What you want to do?
And that's it now.
That's all I'm giving you, bro. Nobody else is going to offer you any more than what I did. You already said
and you'll
no
get
to me
another,
once.
KCP, something like
Right.
that.
I'll throw in somebody else. But
Right.
but as far as my young guys,
Yeah, you're not doing that.
I give you Lonzo Ball, I give you BI and a pick.
and see,
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
for
Nobody
me,
else is going to offer you that.
For me, from the outside looking in, I thought Magic was doing too much because all the reports were the Pels aren't even returning calls. They're not even answering calls. So to me, it was like Magic Johnson. And it's you remember being in high school, maybe y'all didn't go through it like this. I know I did because I got dissed a couple times. Get on the phone. Hey, what you doing? Call me back. Why ain't you answering? Hey, why aren't you answering? It's been 30 minutes. You ain't called me back. But come on, I'm sorry.
So you was a bugaboo.
He was. And so because all the reports were at first, the first offer was Lonzo and like BI and a pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was, all right, I'll throw in another youngster.
Josh Hart.
Then
Josh
another
Hart.
youngster.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it just got out of control.
I'll throw in Rondo and
Come on,
Zubats
man.
and Beasley
That's too much.
and more picks.
That's too much.
And the Pelicans sitting here laughing like, man, you see this dude?
Yeah.
Wait, I bet I can get some more. I can get some more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Magic was showing his hand, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, then the Pels were leaking the information out there
Mhm.
because it wasn't Magic Johnson's not going to leak the information
Oh,
out there.
no.
Why would he?
Why would he do that?
Yeah, Clutch Sports and LeBron, they wouldn't leak that information out there.
I wouldn't say that. I think Rich Paul definitely would.
I don't think
Really?
I would not
Yeah.
in this situation. But here's why. Here's why I feel that way. Because Rich Paul wants him in LA, but he also wants them to win. So if you can get AD over there for as minimum as assets going out,
Minimum.
Yeah.
then that's better for
That's
their
better.
brand because it
Yeah.
makes them a better team.
Definitely,
But if you
definitely.
gut the team, you're still in the same spot.
same
so Rich
spot.
Paul wants Kuzma still there.
Sure.
He still wants BI there. Maybe they want Lonzo out, maybe Hart, but they want as many of those assets to still be there. They want AD with this core.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't want players going out. That's why when people were saying, well, LeBron's trying to trade you, no, LeBron wants AD in addition to all of
What's there?
this,
Yeah.
not in exchange
I'm with
for
that.
all of this.
I fully agree with that.
So to me, Magic and the Lakers kind of played their hand. But what y'all have just said, if Magic can spin it back, because you're right.
Magic's
why-
not a dumb guy, and
No,
that's
by
why
no
I
stretch.
think with the media acting. And here's the problem: there were so many contradicting scenarios. Like Wojnarowski announced the first package 4
Mhm.
days after it was already announced.
Yeah.
That there was like 5 packages they offered. Lakers had 5 different things. Like, look, these are different scenarios we can do for you guys.
Sure.
I think they only did that once or twice. I don't think it was Magic calling every
Right,
30
right.
minutes.
That's
like,
why I said
we
the
have a new one.
Pels. That's why I said the
just seemed
Pelicans
that way,
leaked.
though.
The Pelicans leaked that.
Yeah,
That's
it
why I said
seemed that way to us.
they leaked that
Yeah.
to make the Lakers look bad. And look on our page how much. I mean, you had different sides to everything. People mad at Magic. People mad at LeBron. People mad at Pelinka. You had even Lakers fans fighting. Imagine what was going on in that locker room.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's why I said, now, if Magic can spin it back, because you're right, for Kawhi Leonard, they could have got Kawhi for Lonzo or maybe Hart and BI. I think Hart was the key.
Mhm.
They were like, if you throw in Hart, we will trade Kawhi. And they said, nah, we ain't going to do it.
Spurs were not making a deal with the Lakers.
No.
Period.
That's never gonna
No.
happen. That's not gonna
Pro-
happen.
and probably
They
not.
could have offered all 4 of their young guys in a pick. I don't think
No,
Spurs were
I
going
don't
to take
think
it
they'd have did it.
I mean, so the summer's coming up.
because we heard Popovich was right when they heard the trade rumors start talking to Dell Demps. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So
That-
the summer is coming up.
Yep.
Who do you think we should go out and get in free agency?
I'm saying start at the point guard spot, man. If we can go get Kemba Walker,
Or Kyrie.
or Kyrie, I think that is gigantic. Like right now, because we have no shooting, the point guards that we have can't shoot. so
Which surprisingly,
yeah.
Rondo has been shooting this year.
he's
though.
actually been shooting
He's
okay,
been hitting some threes. And
but he's an aging superstar.
exactly.
He's aging. So and he's on an expired contract. So it's I mean, if we re-sign him, great. If we don't, the world's not going to end.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking about throwing a max deal at somebody, it's got to be either Kyrie or Kemba Walker.
See,
It has to be.
I would say Clay.
Really?
I would say Clay because his game would be so much easier playing with LeBron
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah, no doubt.
than he's playing with Steph and
Sure.
and
Even
KD.
easier than that. you
Yes,
think?
I think so.
Wow.
I think
Where
so.
shooters just
Yes.
like everywhere.
And
I
and
think
I'm
so.
I'm with Bill, and here's why. And I'm gonna say this, and y'all probably haven't heard it anywhere. If you have, that's cool. But to me, I think LeBron needs to transition to point guard, much like a Magic Johnson.
Pretty much
If
already
you-
is.
Yeah,
I
and
think
he
he already
already
is
is,
anyway.
right? He
Right.
already is. So he's gonna facilitate. And now that I watch him, because I get to see more Laker games than I saw Cavs or Heat games, so I get to watch the game, and even LeBron's game even more. He's a much better passer and facilitator than even I thought. I thought it was just
Oh, yeah.
driving
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kick. But
Yeah,
now
he's
I'll
great
watch him
court vision.
orchestrating.
It's a great court
So
vision.
when I go back and watch old Laker game and watch Magic Johnson orchestrate, Magic wasn't penetrating and beat people to the cup, but he was orchestrating, getting people open shots. Klay Thompson would be the perfect fit.
Yeah,
And
I think so.
then once you bring him in, then you do what you just said, Goose. Now you get back on the phone with the Pelicans and say, look,
Yeah.
you know he ain't re-upping.
Right.
You know AD not going to re-up. So I'm going to give you B.I. and Lonzo.
Yep.
Now what?
Now what you
Or
wanna
or
do?
even Hart, because
Yeah.
Klay Thompson fills that
Or
spot.
all three of them.
So right. So now I'm giving you these three and maybe some picks too.
I gotta throw a pick in
Yeah.
there.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you
throw
throw
a
some
pick.
picks in
They
because
gotta
those
get a
because
good draft
pick.
pick.
because those are gonna be late round picks anyway.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't
now
matter.
you
and then
bring
when
in
AD shows up with LeBron and Clay,
Yeah.
with Kuzma.
Well,
That's even
and that's why
so-
Lakers do
Yeah.
believe in LeBron as the point guard, because there was trade packages with Rondo and Lonzo in it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we're giving you our point guards because we don't need one.
So-
to go
yeah, and
LeBron.
that was gonna be my next point. So no to Kemba, no to Kyrie.
I like Klay's fit better.
I
Okay.
like his fit better. And you have LeBron that he can take over game. We know he can
Sure.
take
Oh,
over game
absolutely.
and get
No
to the
doubt.
basket anytime.
No doubt. No doubt.
And with AD, same thing.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
so
no doubt. They
Because
can easily
Kemba
take
can't play
Yeah.
off the ball to me.
Yeah.
Kimba needs the ball. Kyrie can play off the
they
ball.
need the
Yeah.
ball in
So
their
I like
hands.
Kyrie more.
Okay.
But Kyrie, to me, his mental still wants to be
the man.
the man.
The man. Yeah.
Kimba will probably fit better personality, but Kimba needs the ball
But
to
Kemba's
create.
never had anybody to be able to play off the ball with.
True.
Yeah,
That's true.
he
So I
hasn't.
think that
it's true.
would,
Like he doesn't have any good. There are no really good basketball players.
and that dude's
outside
quick
of
and
him.
he get to the
is-
hole
he gets to the
anytime he
bucket
wants.
so fast, bro.
And if you got other players that are going to rebound for you,
Yeah.
and you can kick it out to LeBron and do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
You can kick it out to AD can
You can
spot up
a-
and hit those three.
Actually, because AD can shoot pretty well, and LeBron 3-point shooting his range has gotten deeper,
Yeah.
and he shoots a lot better.
Yeah.
He's come a long way. I like Kuzma there too. That
Yeah.
to me, Kuzma is a guy that they really want to protect. I see flashes in his game to where this guy can be something. He can
Yeah.
be a Scottie Pippen
Yeah.
type player. He can, or a James Worthy type player, where he's your number 3.
Damn, James.
Big game,
Damn,
James, dog.
James.
But I can see Kuzma if they end up getting
I had to fla- I had to
if Lakers
flashback.
end up getting Anthony Davis and somebody else like a Clay or Kyrie. I can see Kuzma jumping into a Lamar Odom, Ginobili type role,
Yeah.
coming off the bench as the sixth man, being sixth man of the year every year,
Yep.
and dominating in that role, finishing the game, but not starting.
Yeah.
And like
it
you
too.
said, next summer, next basketball season, then they can say, okay, this is what we're going to give you for AD because you know he's not resigning.
Right.
Take it, leave it.
So you bring him in at next
This is the
year's
best
trade
deal.
deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
This is
bring
the
him in
best
ne-
deal.
Yep.
Nobody else is
And
offering
I don't
anything
think
else.
Danny Ainge is going to give up
No.
Well,
Jason Tatum and picks without a guarantee that
That
Anthony
he's gonna
Davis is going to
resign.
sign.
Yeah,
if he
it's not
does,
exactly.
then you just messed up everything you've been building
Everything.
for the past 7-8 years.
I don't
and-
think he
and
do.
a
I don't
lot
think he
of
does
it-
that.
I don't think
and
he
a
do.
lot of it's based on what Kyrie does. Now, I hate to throw this out because it sounds so cliche, but sources are all saying that KD and Kyrie are both going to New York. And if you now that I'm starting to look at things more closely, these things aren't no secrets. We just don't look at them close enough. When KD went to OKC, there was talks that Draymond Green was going to visit him during All-Star weekend. When they would play, they would go out to dinner and eat. And before you know it, he joins them. When we talk about the colluding stuff, these players all talk anyway. They're all boys anyway. So you saw that happening. Well, what did KD's agent recently say? He just bought a property for KD in New York. He said his goal, this is his agent, his goal is to be the GM of the Knicks someday, and he's going to run that franchise someday. This all just happened. And then Enes Kanter comes out last week and says, I got inside sources from one of my former teammates that he is going to be here with us in New York. But I can't say who it is, but I have a very good source. I talked to him myself.
Is that why Enes Kanter is no longer
gone.
New York Knicks? Did he spill the beans?
Right. And then before you know it, just like that, Porzingis is out of there.
Gone.
Not that he didn't want to be there, but it was a good trade.
And that happened so all of a sudden.
All of a
didn't
sudden.
it?
Yeah.
That was just like, oh,
It was
they're
reported that he was
arguing.
demanding a trade.
we
Yeah,
heard
they're
about
arguing,
that.
and then
Later,
10 minutes
he was
later,
gone.
it was
Right.
like he's gone.
And
Yeah.
and Porzingis said, I didn't demand anything. I just asked them about what my role is next year.
Yeah.
And then they said word came about, and they said the way it moved so quickly,
Yeah, that
the
was
Knicks
that was
had to
boiling
get
over.
some intel
That was
that
boiling over.
somebody is coming there.
Yeah.
somebody that was boiling.
And
over.
and then
Or
within a couple of
speculated to come
right,
there.
and then in that same time period, what did Kyrie say? Just talk to me July
Talk to
1st.
me July 1.
I ain't say I'm going to be here next year.
Even
Talk
though he
to me
did.
July-
Even though
right.
he did.
So it's just it's a
Even
lot
though
of
he
stuff
did.
working. So Golden State will not look the same next year
They won't.
as
don't
it
think
does.
he
I
right
think
now.
they lose
think-
one of those.
Yeah.
One of either him or Clay.
Yeah, sure. One of them's gone.
Yeah.
And
If not,
maybe
if,
both.
if not both.
Yeah.
If not both. Let's switch gears a little bit, man. Get to some boxing, man. A little sweet science, man. Tonight, we have the junior lightweight world titleist, man, Gervonta Davis, putting his belt on the line. It actually wasn't going to be a belt at first because he didn't make weight the very first time, but he came back. He was like 0.2 pounds over, and 30 minutes later, he was able to shed that 0.2 pounds and come back on the scales. But he faces Hugo Ruiz tonight. I like the young kid, Tank Davis, man, out of Baltimore, Maryland. I think he's fearless, southpaw. I like him a lot. Has been doing a little bit too much talking here lately for my liking, but I still like the kid. I still like his potential. I still like his hunger. He's definitely moved up on my list as far as, my favorite fighters now. Being that Adrian Broner is he's just like totally winning to the Tank, man. I don't know what's wrong with that dude. He really thought he won that fight against Manny Pacquiao. I don't know what was going on through his head. He didn't even land double digits in any round. He did not land double digits in any round in that fight. So I don't know what makes you believe that going through a fight, not landing 10 punches in a single round will get you a win in a boxing match.
Even Adelaide Bird couldn't have gave you that.
Adelaide Bird wouldn't even give you that. And we all know what she's done. We all know the despicableness she's put forth on scorecards.
Adelaide said you lost.
We know the just utter disrespect she's put forth on scorecards.
Yeah.
Adelaide Bird is horrible. And she wouldn't even give you that.
Yeah. Adelaide said you lost too, bro.
Like you take the L, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, they trying to get that money with him and Floyd. First of all, nobody else wants to see that fight.
No.
No.
I believe that it's cooked. It's been overcooked.
Yeah.
Like it's like overcooked grits. Like I don't want none.
It was at the time that it happened.
It was at the time that it happened.
Yeah.
But we as fight fans, we were like, okay, finally,
Yeah.
it's here. Let's go ahead and soak it in.
Yeah.
And exactly what we thought was gonna happen happened.
There weren't many rounds that Pacquiao had double-digit punches.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it wasn't. And that really surprised me in looking at that fight because he's 100 punch around dude.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
Normally
Yeah.
he is. Not in that fight, he wasn't. Actually, I think
Did he say his shoulder was
that's what he said, bro. But look, if your rotator
the
cuff,
rotator cuff?
it's not like a sore trap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this your
Dude,
rotator, bro.
Go back and watch that fight. Watch rounds 10 through 12
Mhm.
because you'll see him throwing body punches.
Yes.
Now, if any of y'all have ever messed with your
Boy,
shoulder, your
boy,
collarbone,
you wouldn't be
you
able to do
can't
that.
lift this,
Right.
Can't do that.
let alone punching into
can't
an
do that.
object
It's impossible.
repeatedly.
A torn rotator cuff,
Man, I said it right after
sore shoulder, maybe.
because he didn't hold his shoulder. Even after
Little
the fight,
inflammation.
he threw his
Never.
hands
Little
up.
inflammation or
Yeah,
something like
maybe he could have took a Motrin 800 and been good.
You're right. Yeah, your shoulder might hurt after
Yeah.
the fight because your
that.
body's
Black
hurt.
seed oil underneath
Yeah,
the tongue.
that's all. That's
some,
all.
Some CBC
That's all, dog. That's all, dog. You
Okay,
ain't
I'm
need
ready.
nothing. Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah.
But a whole torn rotator cuff,
Right.
man, stop it.
in a fight,
Stop it.
in a
Stop
boxing
it.
match.
Stop it. Stop. Two world-class fighters, though.
Yeah.
It's not like a dude you just going up against. Like, this is a world-class dude. These are two world-class dudes lined up across from each other.
And I hate when fighters do that.
I
Man,
can't stand
stop.
it, bro. Cut it out.
Mike, your back wasn't broke.
Yeah, stop,
Stop it, man.
Spinal.
Yeah.
Back
My
wasn't broke.
back was broke.
Shut up.
Man, Mike, if you don't cut it out.
What kind of injury? Spinal.
Spinal. Spinal.
Dude, when he did that, I was like, Mike.
Oh, man.
Spinal.
Oh,
Are you
man.
serious right now,
How
Mike?
much we
Mike.
love Mike when he
Boy,
did that,
we
I just
love
fell
Mike.
to the ground. Man, I was like,
Spinal.
Man.
oh,
Mike, cut it out, bro. Cut it out.
it's time for you to put him up.
It's time to shut it down,
Yeah.
dog. When you get to talking like that, it's time to shut it down, dog.
You had an injury? Yes.
Yes.
What was
Yes.
wrong?
Spinal.
My back was broke.
Huh?
I broke my back.
Oh,
What do you mean by that? Your
My back is broken.
a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
What do you mean you broke
Come
your back? A
on,
vertebrae or
man.
something? No. Spinal.
Oh, man.
Oh, that is horrible.
Man.
That is horrible.
Come on,
We love
man.
you, Mike, but
We
Yeah,
love
we
you,
love you,
dog.
Mike.
But come
Come
on,
on,
G.
man.
Oh, man.
Come on,
Come
G.
on, man.
From the mountains of Catskill, New York.
Yeah. Come on, Mike.
Oh, Mike, boy.
Young Mikey.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 That is
Sure, want me to cry?
that got to be one of the funniest things I ever heard in boxing. It has to be.
Listen, man, I give Jim
has to
Gray,
be, bro.
I give Jim Gray
All
major
the credit.
props for
All the
not
credit in the
busting
world,
up
bro.
laughing. How?
How he didn't.
Was he just in shock by the
He was probably shocked.
Shocked,
Just as
huh?
shocked as all of us.
like spinal?
Spinal. What?
Your back's
what?
broke.
Yeah, what?
How's your back broke? But you're standing
You're
right
standing
there.
right next to me, Mike.
A vertebrae? Like
vertebrae,
it's
like-
like a cracked vertebrae.
Like
Spinal.
cracked vertebrae, Mike. That means you wouldn't be standing up,
You
brother.
wouldn't be standing up, bro.
Like
Bro.
you could be paralyzed if you keep walking around like this, bro.
Like you could really lose your life right now.
Does it hurt, Mike? No, I'm
No,
good.
just
I'm
my,
good.
my back
I'm
is
good.
broken. What?
Huh?
This can't be life, Mike. It just can't. I refuse to believe this. No,
If it's life, get out of the game.
get out of the game, Mike.
Please.
Wow.
Listen, I just looked up real quick, but that looked
Yeah.
like one of the Morris twins with LeBron and Rondo. I'm not sure.
They just walked to the tunnel, so I ain't get a chance to see. I know it was LeBron and Rondo.
It looked like a Morris twin with him. I just looked up real quick and caught like the back end of his head.
Yeah. Well, we looking at, like I said earlier, man. My North Carolina Tar Heels beat Miami in overtime, 88-85, and at halftime of this game, they were watching Duke on top of Virginia on the road, 39-35.
Good
And,
game.
and they was just up double digits, so
Yeah, they were.
you know you see that Virginia mounted a comeback.
Yeah.
because it was 33. It was 33-22 just a little bit ago, and Virginia comes back in the second half or to close out the first half to make it respectable.
Sure.
And get a little momentum going into that second half.
Yeah, man. Little few more scores from today. College basketball. Reno getting their revenge on New Mexico right now. They're up 25 at the half, man. 51-26.
Did
Michigan-
Florida State pull it out, man? Because it was tight late.
Let's see. Did they? Let me see. Hold on. Don't make me lie, brother. See, Kentucky beat Mississippi State 71-67.
Good game. Jack.
Michigan State beats Minnesota 79-55. TCU goes on the road and beats number 17 Iowa State 92-83. Marquette and Villanova down to the wire, but Marquette pulls it out at home 66-65. Tennessee wins going away at home against Florida 73-61. Florida State does pull it out
Over Louisville.
over 16th ranked Louisville 80-75.
All right.
Yeah, so then you got Gonzaga playing tonight at home on the four-letter network 2 against St. Mary's. Man, those West Coast Conference games are always really, really, really good matchups, man. I think that's a very, very underrated conference. I mean, basketball is all they really have to speak of, but I think that's a very, very good conference when it comes to basketball. I mean, of course, Gonzaga dominates it, but they have really, really good basketball teams in that conference.
And
So
UNLV goes down.
yeah, man,
Can we
of
just go
course.
ahead and hire Rick Pitino?
Look, man, I love
83-65.
shout out Marvin Menzies, man.
28-point loss.
Got a chance to speak to him a couple of weeks ago. Trying to get him in, here on the show when they actually, get a chance to sit down here because they've been on the road these last few games. But I really want to talk to him and see if he can explain, exactly what's going on with that program right now, because we can't explain it. Like, there's nothing. I mean, from the outside looking in, we just like, yo, we need to get better players. Like, that's easy, right? That's easy to say that. But
is it easy to do?
we don't really know. Is it easy to do? That's the thing. We don't know.
What big-time recruits want to come to UNLV?
That's it.
And this is
Because you
Las
don't really have
Vegas.
time. Yeah, but you really don't have time to develop.
Right.
You
They gotta
need
be ready
dudes
to
that
go.
can ball
They
right
got to
now,
be ready to go.
like that Duke squad.
Them boys ready to go.
Yeah, they ready.
I mean, those 3 are the top 15 players in
Yeah.
the country, though.
Yeah,
Like, that's.
yeah. It's
I mean, even my Tar Heels, as much as I, bash Roy Williams, and in my opinion, rightfully so, they still managed to get at least 2 or 3 McDonald's All-Americans every single year.
I mean,
And
but
still
they will
competitive.
be able to because
Yeah.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
if Rick Pitino was here, we can be like a Villanova.
You have to bring a
Big-
big name in.
Gotta bring
Because
And you
You
don't
gotta
have to
bring
get
in-
the strippers for the players because they're already here.
they're
No,
already
they're
here.
already here.
They're already here.
Don't
But
have
you
to
can,
bring 'em
you
in.
can get
No
guys to come,
imports.
even if
Yeah.
you don't get the 5-star recruits to Vegas, even if you don't start off that way. Look at Villanova. What they've done is they've been able to keep their players for 3 and 4 years. That's how you had a Josh Hart and a Brunson there, right? That stayed for a while. Rick Pitino can do that, but he has a name. He has cachet.
Yeah, but
And he
does his
can
wife
recruit.
want to move here now? Because that seemed to be
Yeah, it's a
the
little deep.
reason last time.
Mm.
Or do you just tell her, hey, keep your mouth shut this one.
Yeah,
Sit this one out.
This go round.
Babe.
Because I'm trying to get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a
Trying
job.
to get back in somewhere
right.
that nobody thinks I should be back in.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, but his alternatives right now have
I'd
been
take 'em.
over in Europe. He's coaching he had an offer to coach some team in Sicily, Italy or something.
Wow.
He's coaching the Ball Brothers or something like that.
Right.
He's in,
Come over here and coach UNLV. We're going to accept you. We're going to appreciate you here because we haven't seen a winner in years, in decades.
and it's Vegas. We don't care about your sins.
Right.
Right.
Ah,
Oh,
we
that's
will
it?
Never.
Oh, that's it?
That's all
No.
you did?
That's all-
Nah,
oh.
it's nothing.
Oh, come on.
That's nothing.
Uh-huh.
That's nothing. You'll be playing with someone that did worse. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
No worries.
Right.
No worries,
Right.
man.
Meet our AD.
Keep your head up. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Meet our AD.
Yeah.
He's going to take you out, night on the town. Show you the way he lives on the
Our
weekend.
athletic director.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, what would it hurt
God.
us to entertain that? Because I'm
None at
sure that he's fielding calls and he wants the best situation for himself. But we're talking about a D1 program where you can recruit, and it's West Coast. So you're gonna get. I mean, right now,
Well, and you could feed off the sports coming out here.
exactly,
Sure.
In Vegas.
exactly.
Sure.
It's becoming a sports city.
Easily.
They
Yeah.
might be. They might be calling him, trying to find out and see if he wants to.
Listen, I'll call him and act like I'm
Yeah.
from there.
You
Straight
have
up.
to. My thing is you have to.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, man,
Marvin.
we'll see. Like I said, hopefully I get a chance to chop it up with Coach Menzies again. And we'll see about getting him on and see if he can help us understand.
Yeah.
Help us gain some understanding of this whole thing, man, because again, outside looking in, it don't look good, dog.
But he's going to say, everything's fine. Everything's
Oh, of course.
everything's fine.
Of course. But
Recruiting's going well.
You know we're not going to let him get away with
Recruiting's going well.
You know we're not going to let him
everything's
get away with
fine.
that, right? Yeah,
we just have to, and then here comes the.
Yeah, we're not gonna bring you on the show and then let that be your answer.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
We just have to.
Yeah.
Then we're going to hear the rhetoric. That's what it is.
Rhetoric.
Yeah. We just have to rhetoric.
We need a winner here, though.
Yeah,
I mean, the Raiders aren't even looking promising right now. We need a winner here in Vegas.
Yep.
I mean, and listen, we got the Golden Knights. They were just in the Stanley Cup Finals last year,
and they're poised to make the playoffs again.
Mm-hmm.
Third in the Pacific Division right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to those Golden Knights, man.
Yeah.
Big win. They just beat the best team in the league.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely, man. So yeah, they just beat Tampa.
Tampa Bay on the road.
And they play tonight too,
They
right?
played tonight at
They
home.
play tonight at
First
home.
home game back.
Yes. So I'm looking. Well, we got about because they just had All-Star Weekend. So we'll be looking about 30
About
more
20.
games left, 20, 25, 30
Yeah,
more
about,
games
yeah.
left. I'm looking at them to make a push. It
We
starts
played
tonight.
52, so we got 30.
Got
Exactly.
30 left.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm looking at the Knights to make a push here, man, and slide in the middle of the pack. Because right now, if the playoffs started, they'll be like 7th, 8th spot, right? If it started.
No, that's the wild card.
Okay, got you.
So about
got
5th or 6th.
5th or 6th.
Yeah.
So if they can push to maybe get that third or fourth spot,
Yeah.
I think we sitting pretty, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think we sitting pretty, man. And I just like the way they play, man. I really do, man. A lot of tenacity, man. A lot of heart. They skate well. And if you know anything about hockey, man, like how you skate, like a lot of times determines outcomes of games.
Definitely.
Like if you're not skating well, like you could lose and possibly lose real bad.
If you're slow, if you're tired,
slow,
yeah.
it's not going to be a good look for you at
Yep.
all. It's just not, man. Because
And the trade deadline in hockey still hasn't even come up yet.
Oh,
So it's still, I believe, a week away maybe.
mhm.
So they could still make some moves to maybe sharp that defense a
Sharpen
little
it
bit.
up a little
That's
bit.
kind of our weakness
Yeah,
is on the
defense,
defensive end.
Yeah.
We make the goalie look
yeah,
bad sometimes.
Yeah,
and,
we do Malcolm real dirty, man. And then
they
blame
do
it on
Malcolm really dirty, but
Then they
that's-
blame it on Malcolm when we can't score. We can't put goals in net, but they blame it on Malcolm. Like the games
3
be
to
like,
1.
Games be like 2-1, 1-0. Oh, we
Mhm.
just blame it on Malcolm. What?
Yep, 3 to 1,
He
but
stopped
it's
25 shots. What are you
Malcolm's
talking
fault.
about? He stopped 25 shots. What are you saying right now?
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. But poised to make a good playoff push, man. So yeah, man.
Yep.
Great
Late night
show.
at home against the Blue Jackets, first game
Blue
back
Jackets,
since
gotcha.
the All-Star
Yes.
break.
Yes. That'll work, man. That'll work, man.
Have
Dope
you guys
show,
been to
man.
games?
Yeah, I went. I
Wow.
went last year when they played Calgary at home, man, and it was super dope.
The
bro.
energy in there is
The
crazy.
energy is
Yeah.
unbelievable inside of that building, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's the fortress, bro.
I feel like they should give me a discount when I pay that
I'm
much money and
saying.
they lose.
I'm saying, can I get some of that back, dog?
A lot of money.
Like, I can't get these press passes fast enough. Like, come
Oh,
on, man.
dog.
I
I
Make
work,
my
with,
money
I
back.
work with some hockey fans. And
Yeah.
They like, man, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of bread, bro. It is.
That made
It
me
is.
say,
Yeah. Let me go ahead and tuck mine in.
I legit am working an extra
I got that
5
good-
hours
I
on
got
Uber
that
just to
good
make that
Yes.
ticket
Yes.
I
money.
got that
Take
good. I got
ticket
that
money.
good young NHL package. So
Straight up.
look at it.
But the
Yeah.
energy in that building,
Oh, it's
man,
crazy.
is
It's
ridiculous.
insane, bro.
It's fun.
Like,
even in losses,
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
still
yeah.
having a good time in
Sure,
there, man.
Sure. I know when we went, man, when I saw him play against Calgary last year at home, and like every time they scored a goal, bro, like it was like this dude that was sitting in front of us, dog, that just like danced, like he made up this dance like the whole time, bro. Like it's just insane energy in that building, bro. Like hockey is crazy.
like the old Tark
yeah,
Rebels.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It,
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it feels
Yes,
like that. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know
Wow.
if
A different vibe, but
y'all remember when we had the Las Vegas Thunder here. those games
That was dope, too.
actually used to be packed.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Those games would be full.
Yeah. I went to those.
Like it'd be 16, 17,000 people at those games.
And the
at
only
Mac.
reason they didn't stay out here is because they only had a 4-year lease with Thomas and Mack, and
right.
they couldn't renew it.
And they had to dip.
But
Right. It was
they
crazy.
won the championship in the IHL.
Yes.
Yeah. Crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yep.
The Thunder, bro.
Not the
Las
ones from
Vegas.
down under. I know
Not
you
the
guys,
Thunder- not the
you
one-
ladies
no.
see those billboards
Yeah,
right
not
now,
the
go
ones from
crazy.
Down under. Don't,
Yeah.
let's not do that.
And just a little clue, a little hint.
Yeah.
Those guys don't like you, ladies.
Yes.
Kind of like each other.
They don't like you.
What'd you say?
ladies.
What was the end of
Right.
that?
They're kind of there for each other.
Right.
Bring your husbands.
Little moral
Right.
support. That's what they're there for, man. Super dope show, man. We appreciate everybody that chimed in, man. Everybody that called in, man. That I tried to call in and couldn't get in, man. Shout out again to Dre Bailey, man, out there in the beach.
The real cookie.
Salute to the real cookie.
Yeah.
You understand me? And we'll be back Tuesday, 6 p.m. sharp right here, man. Only on Gorilla Cross Radio and the Gorilla Cross app. It's your guys, man. Scoots Thomas, man.
Sherman, the building.
It's Mr. Controversy himself.
Controversy.
Balakam Logan.
Balakam.
Blah, 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 blah. And if you're scared, you better go to church.